many chairs are you sitting on right now? Are you all in on the chair? You put on one pair of glasses, you've got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. Like, you're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Like, you trust it? Is that conviction? Seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? Did you drive in 10 cars at the same time or one car at one time? Do you drive down one street? Aren't you afraid that you're driving down one street? You know? Do you take a different way? You get on one airplane? Are you convicted? You put your entire family in the one airplane? Aren't you afraid? When you use knives, do you have copper knives, wooden knives, steel knives, aluminum knives, rubber band knives, diamond knives, because you're afraid to commit to the right knife? So my point really is, ultimately, if you're a rational individual, it's a tool.
Yeah. To all the killers and the $100 billers. For real niggas who ain't got no feelings. Check it out now. I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. The mob comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who wanna profile and pose. Rock you in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone. You all alone in these streets, cousin. Every man for theyself in his land, we be gunning. And keep them shook crews running like they supposed to. They come around, but they never come close to. I can see it inside your face, you're in the wrong place. Cowards like you just get their whole body laced up with bullet holes and such. Speak the wrong words, man, and you will get touched. You could put your whole army against my team, and I guarantee you it'll be your very last time breathing. Your simple words just don't move me. You're minor, we major. You're all up in the game and don't deserve to be a player. Don't make me have to call your name out. Your crew is featherweight. My gunshots will make you levitate. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. Another nigga deceased, another story is told. It ain't nothing really. And yo, done sparked the Philly, so I can get my mind off these yellowback niggas while they still alive.
I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless. To whom much is given, much is tested. Get arrested, guess until he get the message. I feel the pressure under more scrutiny. And what I do, act more stupidly. Bought more jewelry, more Louis V. My mama couldn't get through to me. The drama, people suing me. I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me. I'm just saying how I feel, man. I ain't one of the Cosbys, I ain't go to Hill, man. I guess the money should've changed them. I guess I should've forgot where I came from.
Wait till I get my money right. And you can't tell me nothing, right?
Excuse me, was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me.
Yeah. I appreciate your patience tonight. It's been a moment since I've done some public speaking. I find nowadays it's, best to keep quiet. But sometimes you just gotta let it out. Young angel and young lion. You know what it is. Look, I'm the property of October. I ain't drive here, I got chauffeur. Bring me champagne, flutes, rosé, and some shots over. I think better when I'm not sober. I smoke good, ain't no glaucoma. I'm a stockholder. Private flights back home, no stopover. Still spitting that shit that they shot Pac over. The shit my mother looked shocked over. Yeah, But with a canvas, I'm the group of 7. On migraine, take 2 Excedrin. Ah! Yo. What the fuck is going on tonight? Feeling yo living. Luke, bro, I'm gonna need you to click later, gang. I'm not gonna lie. It's too distracting at the beginning. I'm gonna need you to click later. You gotta click later. You got to. What is good? 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 What the fuck is good? Welcome back to the stream. You should have done it in the intro, bro. That was your shot. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. It's Friday. I'm not gonna lie, it was an exhausting week, bro. I feel like do I look crazy right now? I feel like I feel crazy right now, dude. It's been an exhausting week of the market just chopping us both directions. BTC right now is 79.4, pump 47, FWA looks terrible. Phone coin hit 40 mil, which is nuts. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy, how many suits you got? You don't really want to know. You're asking, but you don't really want to know. It's like, are you watching closely? You don't really want to know how many suits I got. So I'm not going to tell you. Okay? I'm not going to tell you. We have a lot to cover today. We have a lot to get into. We have intro stuff. GTA came out. The trailer. I think it sucks. My fantasy football draft happened. I think it's amazing. We have Justin Sun, Kevin Durant, crypto, and We have all types of stuff to cover. We have market open. Hairline so rigged. It's really not, honestly. Like I think about it a lot, but I actually don't think it's rigged at all. It's just deep. It's always been deep. It's always been deep. It's sort of my thing. So I'm not worried about it. I'm really not. Encrypted 35. Thanks for the gifted. We have Jackson Hole, Kevin Warsh at 10 a.m., which look. I saw Base 16Z tweet this. I didn't get into crypto to think about Jackson Hole, but we don't have a choice. My basic understanding of Jackson Hole is that Kevin Warsh, what are those earrings? Tiffany. Yeah, you don't hear a lot of people saying that. Tiffany. What even is Jackson Hole, bro? It's Wyoming? Is that right? Jackson Hole. What a brutal name. Let's call it Jackson Hole. Damn, it looks fucking sick. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It looks lit. This is it? Dog, it looks amazing.
Autumn paints the landscape in brilliant shades.
Okay, why don't we get all of the world's most important people on the planet and put them in remote Wyoming? That sounds like a good idea. My basic understanding of Jackson Hole and why it matters for crypto is that GTA trailer is. I'm gonna talk shit. I have a lot to say about GTA very shortly here. My basic understanding of Jackson Hole is it usually never matters. I think it mattered one time in 2022 when Powell was shockingly hawkish. It's not rage bait. Powell was shockingly hawkish in 2022, and he gave this like bizarre speech that I think scared the fuck out of the market, dumped Bitcoin. It dumped Bitcoin to the Pico bottom. But my understanding of why this meeting in particular matters, I want the thick one, is because Scott Bessent, Treasury, makes this announcement that they're controlling the yield curve, right? And they uncapped the cap on how much of the 30-year they're willing to buy, and they fucking freaked everybody out with the debasement. This debasement narrative, from what people that are much smarter than me tell me, is the reason Bitcoin popped. Like that was the reason. There might be other forces that will drive us further, but it popped because of that. This debasement narrative. And
Jackson Hole is the first time that Kevin Warsh is going to speak since Besant did what he did. And so there's basically two ways this can go. He either comes out and is extremely hawkish and basically says, fuck Scott Besant. He's a retard. Don't listen to him. He has no power. We control rates. We're in charge, and we are going to do everything we can to stop inflation, no matter how much pain is caused to the economy. And in that scenario, we probably are in trouble. Bitcoin probably gets destroyed. All of our coins are cooked. I might stack pump, and we are in big trouble. Now, if he says anything else, like anything else at all, even if you could even like, if he even shows like an ounce of weakness, which I think this is the 99% chance it will happen scenario, then the market is just going to eat this brother alive, and I think we're going to continue ripping. That is what I've gathered from people much smarter than me. Now, what is my own personal opinion? Well, here's the deal. I'm a streamer, and I don't have to have one. So I don't have one. I have no personal opinion. I know nothing about Jackson Hole. I don't really care about Jackson Hole. I've never, ever had to care about the Fed chair ever, but I do now. And I have no opinion at all. But basically, what I understand is if he comes out and says, like, quote, Scott Besant is a fucking retard, we might be in trouble. If he says anything else, which is what's going to happen most likely, then we gas it. There's probably a middle ground, which is the most likely scenario, which is nothing ever happens. It's probably the most likely scenario here. But I don't know. I feel pretty good about the market still. Nothing's really changed for me. Pump Fund made $2.8 fucking million yesterday. Nothing has really changed for me. And I'm long when I'm long. I like what I like, and I want the thick one. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to watch it. It's going to be long, and it's probably going to be really fucking boring, but it's going to be historic. You're going to think back, what were you doing during the great Jackson Hole Warsh Fed chair speech of 2026? And you're going to say, I was miserable, I was bored, and I was watching it with the big homie in the pit. That's what you're going to say. They're going to ask you one day, your kids are going to ask you maybe, what were you doing during 2026 Jackson Hole when Kevin Warsh, electrifying, charismatic, eccentric Kevin Warsh spoke at Jackson Hole, and you're going to say, I was watching it. So be proud of that. Are you going to enjoy it? Probably not. We're probably going to be miserable. It's 30 minutes, then questions. I hate the way he talks. Respectfully, I don't like the way he talks, and he's really tough to listen to. But sometimes you got to do the hard stuff to get to the good stuff. You got to do the hard stuff to get to the good stuff. It is Warsh's first hole. That's right. And sometimes you got to just sit through it, man. So this is what we're doing. It's today. It's today. It's at 10 p.m. So I'm going to get through some slop. Yeah, brother, it's in fucking an hour. It's in a fucking hour, man. It's in an hour. Hell yeah, I'm going to be live. It's in 1 hour, dude. Yes. Yes. I'm going to be live. And yeah, hey, W's for Warsh's first hole. Give my boy some encouragement. Warsh's first hole. Give him some W's. Give him some W's. Give him some W's. Imagine the nerves leading up to his first hole. Give him some W's for the first hole, for sure. Thread, you inspire me every day, man. I one of these days I hope to inspire myself, because if there's ever been a low effort stream, you've showed up to it today. So, anyways, Warsh at 10. We gotta watch it. We're going to talk about crypto a bunch. I got a lot to cover. I got a lot to get into. If you stay around for a while, we're going to run back another Polymarket guest today, because I'm kind of bored of some of the crypto traders. We have this guy, Pata, coming on stream. He's up 300 schmacks trading politics this year. So that is what it is. Bro, you look slightly disheveled. It's because I didn't put water in my hair today. I think that's what it is. So my hair's a little bit like, I also was up till 3 a.m. last night. Oh, here's why I was up to 3 a.m. last night is my auction fantasy team is done, by the way. This is a Friday, so I get to do shit like this. Dude, I'm going to ban you, man. I feel pretty good about my body right now, Flirty. First draft is done. Auction draft. I don't really do these, but this is the squad. I don't know if you can see. Jordan Love was a misclick. D bought Jordan Love for 26. No, this is a different draft. Here's my lineup real quick. Then we're going to get into the stream. I bought Goff for 15. Kyron for 24. Judkins for 11. Amon-Ra and Chase. Amon-Ra and Chase. Also, I can't deal with this. Get rid of this kid, please. He's pissing me off. It's too early to be talking about my face, man. Thank you. Amon-Ra and Chase. Tyson for 2. My whole team is the Lions, though. I got Laporta, Montgomery for 13, Metcalf for 9. I have Darnold. I bought J-Mo as well. I bought Sadiq and Likely. I have 3 tight ends for absolutely no reason. Algier in case Love gets hurt, and Deshaun Watson. So I'm going really hard on fantasy this year. Go Lions, I guess. And anyway, let's get into the stream. Roll call. Greg, what's good? 2, what's good? Small, what's good? Johnny, what is good? Tingle, what is good? Pickles, what's good? Mommy, I want cake. What's good? Wavy, what's good? Wavy. Rowan, what's good? First chatter. It's a lot of letters though. MJ. Malcolm, what's good? Dylan, what is good? Krauser, what's good? Digi. Pipe Bomb 33. G Jerk. Pipe Bomb. G Jerk. BB, what's good? What's good? Rockefeller, what's good? Pegasus, what's good? Falcon, what's good? Andrew, what's good? Laboom, what's good? Joko, what is good? Baby, what is good? Seth, what is good? DeFi, what's good? Sparky, what's good? Guys, I feel like we've been having really good streams yesterday. G Jerk, everyone. G Jerk. G Jerk, everyone. G Jerk, everyone. I feel like we've been having really good streams recently, which is firing me up. All right, I'd like to start with a little crypto. It's Friday, so I get to go all over the place. You want to start my stream? Thanks for the motivation. Your boy Sammy. I'm your boy Michael, bruh. Welcome to the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, and you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. All right. I went to a Cabal dinner yesterday. First time in a while. I don't really want to say everybody that was there. Not because it was like anybody crazy, but just because I don't know. I don't want to like dox people. But I'll say it was Taiki. There was, I don't know, 10 people there. It was Taiki's dinner. And Kyle was there. Kyle, Flood Kyle. Not Flood Kyle, but like Flood's Kyle. Kyle Saska, our brother from the chat, was there, which is awesome. I love seeing Kyle. Guy's great. And we talked about the markets the whole time. And I got a lot of, I think there was 10 people there. Mostly people you would know on Twitter. Some former stream guests and some really sharp people. And it was interesting to get these vibes. General consensus. I'll give you a couple general consensus. No, Flood wasn't there. I'll give you a couple consensus takes. Is number 1, everyone's bullish BTC, which I don't know if that's good or bad. Everyone's bullish BTC, first and foremost. And everybody like has Bitcoin, which is kind of surprising. Sort of surprising to me that everybody has Bitcoin, but everybody had Bitcoin. Krauser, see you, brother. Thicky was not there. I wish he was. I love Thicky. I love Thicky. Thicky pivoted to Pokemon cards at the Pico bottom, which is crazy. No, I have BTC right now. Thicky pivoted to Pokemon cards at the Shmiko bottom. Pokemon card intergalactic top. Bitcoin intergalactic bottom. Thicky's like, I'm into Pokemon cards. That's my dog. That's my dog. Everyone's bullish BTC. We went around the room and we did, what is your favorite asset? What is your best trade idea right now? 10 people did it. Let's see. I think 3 out of 10 said hype. 2 out of 10 said bio stocks. Bio. One of them didn't have an answer. And one of them I got to ask him what he suggested. I forget what it was, but a bio company. Let's see. Let me think. 3 out of 10 said Zcash. 1 out of 10 said lighter. 1 out of 10. Okay, so 3 out of 10 said Zcash. 3 out of 10 said hype. 2 out of 10 said bio. Actually, no, it was 2 Zcash. 1 was Uniswap V4 hooks with no coin. One of them said lighter. And then one of them said pump. Fun. One of them said pump.fun. Yeah. One person said pump that fun. And one of us said pump. And one of us was particularly passionate about their suggestion. And I'll tell you this. I kind of hate Hyperliquid as a suggestion. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm like, all right, bro. My suggestion for the best trade in the market right now is Hyperliquid. I'm like, all right, bro. I'd rather you say Bitcoin at this state, like Hyperliquid. I'm like, I think one of them said Bitcoin, by the way. I'm like, all right, Hyperliquid. So you know what my question was then? Because like 2 people in a row rattle off Hyperliquid, and I'm like, all right, we're just wasting our fucking time right now. What percentage of your risk on net worth is in hype? That was my question. What percentage of your risk on net worth is in hype? 75%. All right, respect. But you know what I gathered is at this dinner, there was 10 people. And there is really sharp people at this dinner, including myself. I'm one of the 10, sharp, wealthy, handsome, in good shape, running 7-minute miles, averaging 27 in the men's league. And not a single person at this dinner owns Pump. And not only that, everyone thought I was semi-nuts when I started talking about Pump. And I ended up turning my Pump shill into like, I mean, guys, I talked about it I was at dinner for 2.5 hours. Then I had to run out because I had a fantasy football draft that took 3 hours and it was awesome. But I basically, out of 2.5 hours, I probably spent an hour and a half just speaking over everybody about why I'm bullish on chain and like social trading. I talked about it for 90 minutes, like loud. Everybody was listening. And basically the consensus is that nobody believes the revenue is real. No one thinks the numbers are real. And so the conclusion that we came to was it ends up as a barbell, okay? Either this ends with a RICO case or it's the most undervalued asset in the history of markets. One of the two. That's basically where we ended. And I like that type of spot. That's a cool spot to be in. Like, jail or retired is fascinating. And so we talked about that for a while, about the revenue. People thinking the revenue isn't real. But, you know, on this revenue discussion, it's like, okay, I don't think the revenue is real. I'm like, all right, did you see phone today? And they're like, no, what's that? I'm like, okay, well, it's done like 100 M volume. It's a pump pair in the last 12 hours. It's done like $100 million of volume in the last 12 hours. Like the numbers are the numbers are the fucking numbers. And so at 8 p.m., the best part of my day every day, the website updates, fees.pump.font updates, the best part of my day every day, website updates. And I like, yeah, TBH though, they likely putting their own revenue back in. So it's a circular number. You know, we came to this conclusion that like the revenue's real, but what they're paying for the revenue is like unclear. Like the top line is like, I don't know, unclear maybe. And 8 p.m. hits while we're at the dinner, and I went like this. I put my thing up and I, you know, excuse me. Everyone stops what they're doing. I'm like, okay, I have a question for the room right now. Yesterday, Pump Fun had their greatest revenue day since September 10th, 2025. They made $2.4 million. What do you think they made today? And everyone's looking around the room. They're like, what did they make? I'm like, no, I'm actually, it was not a rhetorical. What do you think? And I stopped the whole dinner. I seriously have it. I stopped the dinner. I ask every they're like, well, okay, what was it? I don't know. What was it? I'm like, no. What do you think? And I ask every person individually down the line. And they're like, it's definitely less than yesterday. It's definitely less than yesterday. I go around the horn, every person. And I crack my neck. $2.9 million. And I'm not gonna lie, there was an audible gasp. A couple people were like, Jesus, I did not realize this was happening. There was a couple like, Jesus type of responses. And so Anyways, that was my takeaway. Nobody holds pump. 0 people hold pump. 2 people hold a ton. 2 people I think are really smart hold a ton of Zek. And the consensus basically at this table with Zcash is goated, and really nobody holds it. And everybody has hype. Taiki said Zach, obviously. He said Zach. Taiki said Zach, and that was my main takeaways from the Cabal dinner. I'm trying to think, like, did I learn anything else interesting that I can share with the class? I don't think so. Nobody there knew what FWA was, and I guess for good reason, because that coin is fucking cursed. Lefty, they got me. They're microwaving me, dog. You call Taiki Big T at Cabal dinners? Nobody holds art. No one really there holds on chain. It wasn't like an on chain crowd per se. Like they're on chain, but they're not on chain. If you know what I mean. It wasn't really an on chain type of crowd. Anyone will hold Ansem? I don't know. I didn't ask about Ansem. I mainly was just concerned about pump. What sort of jobs does this group have? Money managers, individual traders, type of thing. Money managers and individual traders, I would say. No Robinhood chain chatter. There was a little bit. There was a little bit of Cash Cat love, surprisingly, from this crowd. I was shocked. I think that's mostly it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'll tell you what, though. There are a lot of people, not just from this dinner, but just in the world, that are waiting for the guaranteed 76K bottom. Like, there is a large group of people that is waiting for the guaranteed $76,000 bottom on Bitcoin, the guaranteed level. There's a lot of that. Everyone is waiting for the guaranteed local bottom at 76K Bitcoin. And I'm not sure if, I don't know, we'll see. But people are waiting for it. Everyone's like, I think a lot of people were caught off guard by this move. And everyone's ready to buy the 76 guaranteed low. That's like, it's guaranteed. It must happen. And everyone's going to buy it. So, I don't know. I think this is the type of spot where I needed to just like turn my brain off and ignore. If they crush Bitcoin, then you know what? I round tripped a lot of money, and then I'll just do it again. I'll just run it back. It's like at this stage, we just are good at I humble enough to know I could lose it all, confident enough to know I could make it all back. I think that we are just I've just accepted that we're pretty good at this game at this stage. I think we're pretty good at it. I think we can run it back, and because I believe that we can run it back, then I have confidence in my ability to sit here and hold it. So that's where I'm at. This was not on my docket for today, but I find myself wanting to overtrade right now. What do I do? Don't is what I would say. Yeah, I would recommend not doing that. I don't know if this is like a good stream content, but did anyone see this good in Callaway Golf situation unfold? Does anyone know what I'm talking about before I play this? Has anyone seen this? I think Callaway is a public company. It is. Okay. Callaway is... Can I play the ad, Luke? Should I play it, or you think it's a bad idea? Do you think it's a bad idea to play it? I didn't get like handler approval before the stream. Okay. Callaway's a public stock, public company, and it's actually doing surprisingly decent. Is that number real? It's doing surprisingly fine. Callaway was let me see. Callaway Golf. So Callaway bought Topgolf, actually, in a very famous acquisition. One of the worst acquisitions of all time in 21, maybe. Stock's actually been doing pretty good. I think golf's pretty hot right now. But they had a deal with this company called Good. Let me see. Good Golf stock? No. It is a... Let me see. What is Good Golf? It's a YouTube channel. Focus on golf. Got it. It's a YouTube brand. And so I saw the CEO of Good make this like drunk tweet on the timeline. And I'm like, what is he talking about? And he tweets, interesting that Callaway Golf asks us to make an ad, then approves it, then asks us to take the fall, then drops us in a coordinated media blitz and covers it up by giving $1 million away, thinking everyone will be okay with it. 30 for 39 will be legendary. And it has 3 million views. And I'm like, wait, what? What was the ad? Like, what happened? And so I found the ad. And dude, it's pretty, it's not great. It's not it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but I can't believe it got posted. Mom, you've seen it. I sort of can't like for example, we at Counterparty, when we did it, announced a partnership with Polymarket. We did a video production. If you remember, we did a video production with Polymarket. And it was like a minute and a half. We had a whole production team come out, and we scripted it. Me, Luke, Elliot, Malcolm, Tulip King, Dina. We scripted this ad or this announcement. We had actors show up, and we did the whole video. And I'm just like thinking back to that moment and like where our head was at, and like how just particular we were about every frame and how it's going to be received and if people are going to like it. And I don't know how we got here with this. I just like don't know how you look. I'm not like a woke guy. You know, I get a little edgy off camera, especially. I get a little edgy. I just don't know how you land on this, really. Like, this is for a public stock is a little bit crazy. Now, do they deserve to be canceled forever over this? No, I don't think so. But I just don't know how you ship this. Off camera, TG probably a decent hang. Haha, you little rascal. All right. But one thing I'll say, let me say this really quick before I play it, is if there's one thing that I know about how these go, there is zero scenario in which Callaway did not watch this video first. They saw it. I promise you they saw it. I promise you they saw it. There is absolutely zero chance this went live and somebody with extreme power at Callaway did not say you are allowed to post this. No chance. Therefore, I don't know. You tell me.
Do not touch my new driver. I don't get the big deal. It's just a driver. Johnny, no. No. Johnny, no. Don't do it. John. No. Don't do it. No, no, please, no, don't.
Johnny, are you okay?
It's over. He's gone. What's happening?
So, you know, my core problem with it is that I just like don't think it's a good ad, you know? It's just like not a good ad. I think it's supposed to be some sort of rip off of Obsession is kind of what I think. Like, I think it's an Obsession like play type of thing, really, if I'm thinking about what it is. I think it was a play on Obsession. I don't know. I read that in a tweet. I have no idea what. I don't even know how I could possibly relate that back to obsession. I saw that in a tweet. I have no clue what it is. It's just a bad ad. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's a bad ad. It's not good. But regardless, do they deserve to get like shamed and fired over this? I'm like, I don't know, bro. Callaway approved it. I don't think they deserve to have their company destroyed over it. I really don't. For the reasons that I mentioned, which is Callaway approved it. But anyways, this guy, Matt Kendrick, now I'll read you the tweet, which is interesting that Callaway asks us to make an ad, then approves it, then asks us to take the fall, then drops us in a coordinated media blitz and covers it up by giving $1 million away, thinking everyone will be okay with it. 30 for 39 will be legendary. I don't know. I think the whole, I know now you're directing, you're like, okay, now body slam the girl, now do it harder. I think the whole thing is just like a complete miss. And I don't know what to say. Yeah, what's 30 for 39, by the way? What does that even mean? Like, what is he? I mean, this is he tweeted this at 3:38 a.m. I mean, he's like sitting in the fucking, it's a typo. I think he's like sitting on his island, like just like slamming Jack Daniels. Tweeting this. I don't think that's a great tweet, honestly. I don't think this is a great tweet. I would say that Live Golf would hire them, but I think Live Golf is shutting down. So yeah, not the best all around. Just a miss all around. I don't know what to say. He's in the Callaway vortex. Yeah, he's in the Callaway 360. Is what he's in. So anyways, that is what that is. Okay, number 2, and we don't have that much time, but let's just get to it. There isn't that much to talk about in crypto markets, so I'll talk about some cultural stuff. GTA 6 trailer was shipped. What did you think before I give you my takes? I have some takes. You might not like them, but I have some takes on GTA. First and foremost, I didn't watch it. I watched clips. I didn't watch the trailer. Okay, and I'll give you some context. Look, I'm a gamer. Okay, I'm not a diehard gamer. I don't have 10,000 hours on CS, but I have thousands of hours on GTA. At least many hundreds. Like I don't know. I definitely have 500 hours on GTA. I have hundreds of hours on Red Dead. I have hundreds of hours on Elden Ring. I now have hundreds of hours on Power World. I have thousands of Pokemon hours. I've played every 2K for hours and hours, every sports game. Thousands of COD. Like I just have like thousands of video game hours. Like I'm not like, I'm a casual, but I'm not like, yeah, I played Elden Ring. I've just like played a lot of games. Like I'm few hours on Hogwarts Legacy with a pull. Fortnite, not that many. Elden Ring was too confusing. It's not for you then, you know. What else have I played? I've just played a lot of games. GTA 5. I mean, I first played GTA 5 on the 360 when I was like 12. My mom didn't let me play it, by the way. So I used to have to go to my friend's house across the street and play GTA on his Xbox. My mom didn't let me play. I know. And I loved GTA. I think Minecraft, yeah, of course, thousands. I love GTA. I think it's one of the greatest video games ever made. And it's been 10 years or whatever, plus, maybe plus. It's the strippers. It's been more than 10 years since GTA 5 came out. And look, I think it was objectively a good trailer. The game looks incredible. Visually, it is stunning. But gaming doesn't, like, the most overrated quality of a video game is how good does it look. Nobody cares how good it looks, okay? And I've sort of come to this conclusion that the world has changed so dramatically since GTA 5 was on top of the world that GTA 5 Plus, like a better like a prestiged version of GTA 5, just does not fit with the current zeitgeist of society. Like think about it. The diehard GTA 5 crowd is unk. They're old. They're all like 30, 35, 26. Like they're old. Everyone's old that love GTA 5. And so they're going to play it for nostalgia, but it isn't going to be this like I live in the game type of situation, okay? And then the new crowd that they have to convert, this like 14-year-olds, 12-year-olds, like these kids are TikTok brain fried, okay? And they have so many outlets to spam dopamine that is more addictive than GTA. I've been playing a video game. It's just the truth. The doom scrolling era, the TikTok era, the meme coin era, the perps era. Dude, I just think it is going to be a real struggle to convince and to win the attention battle on a game you got to sink like thousands of hours into in the big 2026. I don't think people have the attention span for it anymore. And so it's obviously going to be the game of the decade. There's no doubt about it. It has to be the game of the decade. But replacing what? Like, what is it replacing? It's replacing what? I don't even know. Counter-Strike? Like, the way I think about GTA is GTA's biggest competition is not COD or Counter-Strike. It's Pump Fun. It's like Pump Fun. It's TikTok. It's Roblox mini game experiments. You're playing a new one every 2 days. I don't know. I just don't think it can have the cultural significance that GTA 5 did. I just think there's no way. Like, man, I don't know. I'm a diehard gamer, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't think I have it in me to really run this back. One final ride for the boys. I don't really feel like I have it in me to do this with GTA. I just don't. I don't feel like I have it in me. Like, I don't know. I'm in a lot of ways, I am like the core demographic power user for this game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of guy, like, okay, 24 and has some bread. I'm the type of guy and unemployed. I'm the type of guy that could log 1,000 hours and spend like 5K on this game. And I just don't know if I have it in me to do it. I don't think I have it in me, bro. And so, I don't know. It's obviously going to be massive. It's going to be massive. It's going to be the game of the decade. They're going to make a ton of money. But is it going to dominate society for 10 years, bro? I don't know. And maybe I'm Unk. Maybe I'm a plumber that like trades macro stocks, talking to the new trench kids. Maybe that's what I am. But it's got to dominate the world for 10 years, bro. You're too rich. You would think being too rich would be a reason to play. What it's competing with has evolved so dramatically that I just don't know about it. With that being said, I think the game looks incredible. It looks incredible. But when does how a game look matter? It's the 2K used to do this shit every year. They would like update the sweat engine and like the LeBron, like the trailer, like LeBron would be like more sweaty than last year, and everyone would be like, "Oh my god, like 2K looks amazing this year." And then the game would fucking suck. It'd be 2K18, and there'd be the snatchback cheese glitch, and the game fucking sucked, and everyone would be like, "I don't care how LeBron looks. Game sucks. Game's terrible." So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I just like don't know if I have it in me for one more ride. I don't know if I have. Maybe I'm just getting old, man. I just don't know if I have it in me. It looks so much better than your shitty life. I'm just like thinking about like if I was looking at on chain right now, how much more my dopamine receptors would be firing. Like I'm just not. Is this like firing you up? Are you fired up about this?
Let's try to keep it clean. Cops are on their way.
I don't know. Am I just too fried?
Oh shit! Who the fuck are you?
What the fuck is this?
Oh, the drunk challenge! Wait, did you steal my friend's car?
Yeah.
Holy shit, chat! What do I do?
Jesus.
Look, 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 look! Look!
Like I can barely even finish the trailer. By the way, I'm not shitting on the Take-Two trade. Chris Camillo's long, so he knows more than me. But I can't even finish this video.
Actual cops are chasing us.
Maybe it's me. Look, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. It might be me. Maybe it's me. I just think they have so much competition for attention that it is, I mean, it's gonna be like the hardest battle in the world to win the attention fight on this. They're competing with TikTok, Pump Fun. I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't get the tingle, man. I don't know. Take-Two's up 3% in the pre. I don't know. Like it's honestly just like bummed me out. That just bummed me out. I'm not gonna lie. Watching that just bummed me out. I feel like I'm fucking in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood now. I'm in a bad mood. That should put me in a bad mood. Because I really want to like it. I want to like it. I don't know, guys. Am I just unk, bro? Really? Am I old? Chris Camillo loves it. Please open flat tomorrow because GTA's reaction is priced in. Test me. Ran dozens of social ARB probability standards for how the world would react to today's GTA 6 gameplay reveal. This is playing like a top 5% outcome. Did not expect this. Maybe I just missed it. Did I just miss it, maybe? Let's like ruin my day. This ruined my day. I'm not going to lie. GTA 6 gameplay reveal reactions coming in 10 out of 10. You know what I did. "13 years of hype should have made today was impossible to live up to."
Yep.
What have you gotten yourselves into? I want to know everything.
I want to thrust!
What now?
Damn. I don't know. Now, if everyone's gonna be on it, it's gonna make it tough, but I don't know. Anyways, we have a lot to talk about. We got Jackson Hole in 30. What would make it better? I don't know, dude. Some fucking dopamine, bro. Some fucking like meme coins on the like a Phantom Take-Two partnership, maybe. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. I think I was just fried, dude. You're unk. I might just be fried. My brain is so cooked. It's like, it's getting bad. All right, I'm getting up. Phantom Take 2 would be so lit, bro. Imagine. I'm getting up real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. And we're doing Market Open. I don't even know what to do. Guys, am I Let me ask you this. Last question before I leave. Chat, do you have little siblings? And if you do, like under 20, are your little siblings or little cousins like hyped to fuck about this or no? Yes, genuinely. I'm the youngest. No, LMA. No. A lot of no's, bro. A lot of no's. Fuck, guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm a little fried. Nah, but it's my sister. That's fair. You got to be like college age. If I was a freshman in college, I'd be playing the dog shit out of this. I'm not gonna lie. All right, baby.
Hey, sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. Sick of this shit. Move to the Ritz. Turn out the bitch. It is what it is, yeah. GLE, cause that Lambo moving fast. S-class, G-class, lot of class. In a rocket and that bitch ain't got no tags. Louis bags in exchange for body bags, yeah. I'm sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. Fuck what it was. It is what it is. Whatever you did, it is what it is, and I'm so tired. I fuck with them all, but I got ties. Knock you off to pay their ties. They want me gone, but don't know why. It's too late for all that lovey-dovey shit. I'm your brother shit, all that other shit. It's too late for all that. It's too late for all that. Hey, it's too late for all that lovey-dovey shit. I'm your brother shit, all that other shit. It's too late for all that. Hey, it's too late for all that. Hey, sick of these niggas. I'm sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. I'm not with the rah-rah. I am a da-da. My bitch is Chanel now. Your bitch in a Spada. Yeah, and they shook. Please don't let them fool ya. I don't care how they look. Heard all of the talking, now it's quiet, now it's shush. 29 is coming, they on edge when I cook. Lead the league is.
It's Friday. It's a big Friday. Lead the league in score, man, but look at my assist. I cannot. All right. The stock market opens in 12 seconds. As always, stock market is powered by Phantom. Powered by Phantom. Anything you see during this segment, any stock, any coin, any stable coin, anything you want to buy, sell, trade, hold, floor. If you could trade it, you can trade it on Phantom Wallet. Today's Jackson Hole day. Kevin Warsh will be at the podium in 30 minutes. And on that note, the stock market is officially open. Boom! SPX opens up 0.06% on the day to start us off. Let's get it. Let's get it. I love the show. I love you, brother. The Kospi yesterday's trading session was down 1.8%. The Nasdaq 100 is down 0.08. The Dow is up 0.26. The Photonics ETF is down 2.47. The Neoclad ETF is down 2.7. SPY's now up 0.12. Qs are down 0.22. IBB is down 0.86. The Soxel is down 3.3. The IGV is flat. Mag's up 0.3. And DRAM memory is fighting for its fucking life right now. 55.9. No volatility, no motion, no movement. Just sitting here shutting all over the place. Bitcoin on open 79.2. We got really kind of cucked on this breakout yesterday. It's 4-hour chart here. Yeah, sure. We'll watch it.
Bitcoin is the apex property of the human race. It is perfected money. Bitcoin is the best asset. There is no second best asset. Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin is the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay. But take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business that's in your family for 37 years and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into
You can't bear to sell it. Mortgage it, finance it. Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, and like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. Bitcoin 79,261 on debasement day, 47.1 on pump fun. ETH is 2,500. Zcash is 800. Hype is 84 flat. Looks pretty good today. Lighter 344. VVV is down 5.25% to 17 even. PERDAT is flat. Silver's up 2. Gold is flat. 30-year yield is up 0.1. And copper looks amazing as it's looked for a while. All right. Brent down 1.24. Crude down 1.2. IGV is red, down 0.5. Defense is all green. Big semis, big AI. Weird day. Salesforce leads up 1.5. Meta's up 1.2. Broadcom's up 1. Apple up 1. Tesla up 1. Amazon up 1. Netflix up 0.6. Microsoft up 0.5. Oracle up 0.3. Google up 0.3. Biggest losers. Wow, Sive. Jeez. Jesus. Down 20. Marvell down 8. Shaw's down 8. This dog shit ass coin. Nice sell, Chad Michael Burry. Firefly down 3. Lumentum down 3. Cerebrus down 3. Send that link, DNAP, if you can. What's that link he just sent? Got banned. Sandus down 3. Just click it first. Micron down 2.5. Rocket Lab down 2. Intel down 1.5. SpaceX down 1. Nvidia down half. RoboStrategy down 1. Thanks for the gifted. Can't believe we've been together for 13 months. Congrats, bro. That's fucking unbelievable. Congrats. All right, consumer. Ferrari leads. Take-Two is up 1.5. Streaking up 2. Roblox up 2. Snap up 2. AMC up 2. Biggest losers. PayPal is down 13% on the Stripe news, I believe. Yes. Stripe is no longer acquiring acquisition of PayPal. I don't exactly know why. They're not public, but PayPal gets wrecked on this announcement. PayPal is down 13%. Nebby is down 3. Coinbase down 2. Circle down 2. Hims down 2.5. MSTR down 2. CoreWeave down 1. Hood down 1. Lily down 1 again. BMNR down 1. Nike up 1. And Wendy, yeah, they bought Open Router, I guess. I guess that's why. Alts. Holy fuck, it's still going. Look at this chart. Chip. It's still going. This thing is up 100% from August 13th. My God. It's still going. XMR is impressively green. And that's basically it. Biggest loser is Lighter, Jito, Fartcoin, Plasma, V. Wow. Chip is impressive. What's this YouTube video? Come back. All right. DRAM is now down 2 full %, but I guess it was worse. We're 6 minutes into open. Mags are up 0.5. IGV's down 0.5. Soxel is down 4. IBB's down 1. SPY's still up 0.14. NASDAQ goes red. on the daily. Bitcoin is 79.3, not doing much. Pump not doing much. Zcash, nothing's really doing all that much. Here's a funny one for you is remember my rant about, dude, who just sent this? Who sent this? Who fucking sent this tweet? Who sent this tweet? Who sent this fucking tweet? Who sent this? Why? Why did you send this? Something I built. Damn. Okay, fine. 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 We'll let it go. Fine. You're good. You remember when I did this rant about how the interns are trading meme coins? Look at this. It's crazy. I think it's, let me see if it's real. Actually, let me make sure it's real. Remember I did this rant about interns are making more money on meme coins than their fucking social media accounts, and everyone's like, oh, you're retarded. Look at this. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Netflix. I'm actually gonna tweet this right now. I did this rant, bro. I'll just screenshot this. From not threadguy interns. Yeah, look at this. Like, why is Netflix tweeting about a Robinhood coin? Brother, the brother obviously is holding it. All right, let's check back in. Bitcoin. What is that chart? Wow, Salesforce. Bro, really streaming consistently. This is what I do, bro. Yeah, not all that much. Meta still 1.5. Their lawsuit is done. Amazon at 0.5. Intern crime season, I know. SpaceX flat now. Nvidia flat 227. It looks pretty good though. Bitcoin 79.2. Pump flat. ETH flat. Where's take two? How are we doing? 1.4. Boring ass stock day at the moment. Let's see Chris Camillo tweeting. I'm looking forward to Arthur Hayes crime coins. I wouldn't mind Arthur Hayes. I'll obviously bid his thing when it comes. Been trading GTA releases and Take-Two since 1999 is crazy. I just like didn't see the crazy public reactions, but I guess I wasn't really like watching Speed and Kai. Like it broke. Did it break Twitch? I tried to watch a Rasmus stream yesterday and Twitch was like broken. All right, let's check in Hyperdash. Check. Flood wallet. Still has the Nvidia short open, which is down 40K now. His Cash Cat short is flat. His Bitcoin long is up $1 million. How was the Cabal dinner? I talk about it at the beginning of the stream if you want to go back. At the beginning of the stream, I talk about it for like 20 minutes. And then Loracle is down 17.75 on his hyper liquid position. Damn, Bitcoin 79.1. I guess it doesn't really matter what happens until Jackson Hole, but I would assume people know something. Like I would wish it was going up rather than down, but I guess we'll see. Oracle is a flood side wallet. Can you imagine? All right, on chain. What do we got? This is nuts. Can someone explain this to me? Like I understood like 5 mil, but can somebody explain 40 mil to me on the phone coin? I got banned on Coinbase, no more order flow. I can't defend buyers, hence why Bitcoin's going down. You're the reason Bitcoin's going down. You got to figure this out then, brother. Just crime. What does that mean when somebody says crime? You know, like I always ask myself, like what type of crime, and who's committing it? Is always my question. Like what type of crime? what type of crime, you know? Cyber League, I guess, is cooked. 2 mil. FWA is God. Some cabal dinner type of crime. Organized. Ansem is nuts. This thing is at 4. Whoa. My God. 400 mil on Ansem. AI is nuts too. Oh my God. 80 mil on AI coin. Dude, the board sit thing is so fucking funny, by the way. Thanks, Matt. This shit is so funny. Just for context, if AI hits the Doge valuation, the community treasury will become the 3rd largest private shareholder of NVIDIA and could potentially get a board sit. It's so fucking funny, bro. Can you imagine? It's like, can you imagine, bro? They got Frank. Imagine they got Rasmer on the NVIDIA board. It'd be fucking hilarious. What else on chain do I like? Let's see. MetaDAO 140. SPX. It's not doing anything. 70. CashCat 200. Yeah, 200-ish. Looks pretty good. Stonk. Wow, 17 on this. Shout out Uber Mendez. Really really crushed that. Kate 51. Neat made a new all-time high the other day. 42 on Neat. Shout out the Neat guys, bro. Shout out Volk and the homies. Base Cat 23. The coin sucks. Dog shit ass coin. Pistachio is cooked too. Dog shit ass coin. The bull. Yes, sir. The bull. 60. And like Serenity's showing the bull, bro. Look at this. You think Serenity knows about the coin? Look at this. You think Serenity knows about the coin? Would be wild. Net is 4, not bad. Pawns. What is Serenity lore? I don't know. He's just really popular trader on FinTwit, basically. That has a ton of motion. Oh yeah, Quotrons. Dude, someone showed this to me and I fucking was uninterested. Wow, 11 mil. I got showed this thing at like 2 mil. Net is an ohm fork, right? All those end in ruin. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the take of like this new thing sort of resembles some old thing, therefore it must be bad. Like, I don't necessarily love that framing of thinking about markets because it's like, I don't know. What does Kyle Samani say? Analogy also. What's the Kyle Samani quote? Analogies often end in pain or some shit. What's the quote? And then Tibber. What? How? What is this? No one even knows what this is. I know it's Ribbit Cat, but what does it do? Gun to your head, what does it do? Nobody can tell me. Nobody can tell me what it does. No one knows. No one can tell me what it does. Somebody mentioned Tibber yesterday as their pick. I said, "What does it do?" And some guy looked at me and said, "Threadguy, it's probably better you don't ask." This is. I said, "You know what? You're probably right." They said, "Threadguy, why are you asking?" I said, "Okay, you're right. Actually, don't ask. Why you don't want you Threadguy? You would probably trade better if you stopped asking what things did." And I said, "Fuck, you're right. You know." What else? What else? I guess per. Like, you probably do a lot better if you stopped asking what these things did. Okay. And I said, you know what? All right. Well, I really thought we were gonna come back to Bitcoin and be at 80K. Looks like you had too much to think. I know. 79,169 on the big BTC coin. DRAM is down 1. Not bad. Not bad, Candle. Soxel, not bad. Qs are flat. Nasdaq flips green. And Bitcoin, ZEC, and Monero are the only coins with utility. I wish I knew what was wrong with Monero. Like, why is that token cursed? Because I always like come to Monero and I'm like, wow, it's such a cool token. It's so fascinatingly cool. Like, I really like Monero. Like, it's a cool coin. You know, like it really is. The community is nuts, but I like it. It's cool. People use it. I'll tell you this. If you watch stream for a while, one of my theses, Threadguy, you really gotta stop repeating everything you say 3-4 times, bro. I'm a streamer. I can't help it. I don't actually talk like this, but when I'm watching myself speak. Do you understand? I have a giant camera in front of my face. And I'm staring at myself speaking. It makes it hard. I forgot what I was gonna say because you wanted to fucking Oh, if you watch stream for long enough, you know that one of my theses for a while has been privacy is the most mispriced narrative of the next decade. And it is hyper accelerating right now. It really is. It's hyper accelerating right now. And you look at what's happening with Flock in particular, and I do think that these privacy coins are going to get re-rated so ridiculously high. It's going to be like lockout decade trend. But I don't know. No one uses Zcash and Monero can't go up. So what do you do? What are you supposed to do? No one uses Zcash. Nobody does. Nobody uses Zcash and Monero doesn't go up. So what do you do? What are you supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know. You'll use it when you're forced to, I guess, man. It's just like, what do you... I don't know. I never understood why... I mean, the mirror chart actually really does look good right now. Define uses. Like, no one uses Zcash. It is not a form of transaction for anyone. I like the coins where you do illegal stuff with them. You know, that's cool. Like I want the thing where people do like commit crimes with the assets. Not me in GTA, whatever, but I feel like it. Like the GTA leaker leaks the game and then he's like taking payment in Monero. It's the chart. No, that's probably not the longest chart. What's the longest chart you think on Monero? Bitfinex? What's the longest chart? XMR USD? What's the longest dated chart? Then every time I talk about it, by the way, I just get people like freak out at me. They're like, oh my God, da da da. Wow, that actually looks unbelievable. That looks unbelievable. That coin. Holy shit. And this, by the way, is kind of a fake top. It's like that was a crime. Every time it pops, though, it's because someone committed a massive crime. It's super suppressed, gigaband. Is it on Hyperliquid? I don't know. It is. Wow. That's pretty cool. It's interesting. It's an interesting one. It really is. Someone said look at Ansem funding. Minus 600%. Someone's going to get blown the fuck out. Wow. All right. Pretty boring fucking stock day. I'm really just curious what's going to happen in this Jackson Hole situation. Let me see if it's live. I think Warsh is on really soon. What?
There was nothing inertial about our discussions, our policy, or our strategy.
nominal and real yields are materially
Dude, we're gonna have to listen to this for 30 minutes.
higher across the
Oh, it's old. 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 Cool. I'm also seeing Frentech pump, which is nuts. Machi's like threatening to buy it. Frentech. Friend? What's it called? There they go. Oh my god. This is how low it is. My god. I mean, what even? What even, dude? What even is this? What even is this, bro? It's insane. You talk about the Solana governance proposal Murder's pissed about. I don't actually know much about that. This was not mentioned at the Cabal dinner. Oh, fuck, my body hurts so bad. Oh, the disinflation. Seems that many people randomly voted no for Solana disinflation at the last second instead of having any discussion under a false facade to get someone preserves extra revenue through yield for them. Kraken voted against it. The math is that if you believe avoiding an extra 19 mil sold being printed can affect the valuation by as little as 1%, it'd be more profitable to vote yes, even as someone who relies on inflation yield, not to mention. Moving for the quantity to asset or the value should be immediately moved to Venezuela. The other sole holder. Wow. The people who prefer the quantity of the asset versus the value of it should immediately move to Venezuela and let other sole holders know how that works out. Wow. It's mathematically nonsense to vote no to preserve minuscule marginal inflation revenue unless you believe that inflation is less than a 1% factor in the valuation of the asset. Wow. People mad at Kraken? Kraken votes against Solana proposal to reduce the sole inflation schedule by increasing disinflation rate from 15% to 30%. Reduced inflation equals less revenue for them. Interesting. Maybe we could do a Mert episode soon. I've seen this Sol in Mert is going Mert mode on them. I've seen this Sol inflation as a bull case all over the place. Let's see. Full on bald. Yeah, he's hella bald. He's like real deal bald. Solana looking good here. Kraken is a big company. The decision of one person doesn't represent everyone there. Huh. Wow. Interesting times. All right. We have a couple minutes and then we are going to do a complete 180 and we're going to watch Jackson Hole. This is a Friday stream if I've ever seen one. May God bless you with mountains of silver and gold. God bless you. Told my girlfriend I'm watching Jackson's Hole today while at work. She thinks I'm cheating on her now. Nice candles, actually, leading up to this. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not really expecting. Actually, let's do this. Let's search Jackson's Hole. Actually, let's just scroll through our favorite accounts real quick and see if there's any takes leading up to it. Chumba is maybe my favorite. Paying for the guaranteed Warsh sell-off. That's funny. Stoic Savage had one. The basement trade full start potential underpriced. That's bearish. Bearish BTC. Rhino nothing. Giver. It's probably gonna be too long. Today is more likely not. Today's more likely than not, and nothing ever happens. But there's a chance to me that Warsh uses the podium to ding debasement assets. Messaging would be something like, liquid signals do not function today because the Fed's overhang in markets is too extended bloated. Comments on stablecoins, bitcoins, and being useful. Then if that's true, then how much down depends on how much credibility the market assigns to Warsh. This is actually going to be electric. Who else do I care about? Fei Zhao. Nothing. Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. Jackson Hole starts in like a minute. I'm getting up really quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. When I'm back, let me fill up my water. Kevin Warsh will be on the stage. And it's going to be a big day today. Friday, I know it's an important one. Drink another coffee. Get it together, and let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, you gotta love it. I heard what's circulating. Let's get to the bottom of it. I told one to send me something, and I got it covered. Somehow I always rise above it. Why you think I got my head in the clouds on my last album cover? The game is all mine, and I'm mighty possessive. Lil Wayne could not have found him a better successor. Every shot you see him taking me, they're all contested. Allen Iverson, shoe deal, these niggas all in question. Last night I went to sleep wanting more, trying to decide what direction I should go towards. Some nights I wish I could go back in life, not to change shit, just to feel a couple things twice. 28 at midnight, wonder what's next for me. Longevity, wonder how long to check for me. Probably forever if I stay in my zone. I speak on this generation, but can't change it alone. I heard a little homie talking reckless and vibe. That's quite a platform you chose, you should have kept it inside. Oh, you tried it, so childish, calling my name on a world stage. You need to act your age and not your girl's age. It gets worse by the annual. My career's like a how-to manual, so I guess it's understandable, man. Oh, you gotta love it, yeah. I know rappers that call paparazzi to come and get them, to show their outfits off, guess they need the attention. I remember when it used to be music that did it, but then again, times have changed, man, who are we kidding? I'm managed by the friends that I grew up with. I'd rather get that 15% the people I fuck with. If me and Future hadn't made it with this rapping, we'd probably be out in Silicon trying to get our billions on. But here we are.
Yeah. Lately, I feel the hate is eating away at my confidence. All right, let's get it. Jackson's Hole. What do you fucking got for me, Kevin Warsh? Lana always makes you smile as a manager. Who do you manage? That's sick.
The arguments that those dissenters put forward, please, and tell us a little bit why
Get ready, because this is going to be rough. Let's go.
you weren't persuaded by them at this stage. Thank you.
So I guess I shouldn't give you their best arguments. I'll give you some others. So you're right. I asked for a good
Still old? What's the best link? They're. Are you sure this is old?
family conduct of monetary policy. We didn't sort of hide from them. We weren't scared of them. There was a lot more interaction between and among my colleagues. It was a real family fight.
This weekend.
My view.
And before I go further, I want to thank Jeff Schmidt and his team for the incredible hospitality. Everybody here is in debt to you and to your colleagues here at the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. Jeff, our thanks to you and
They know something.
Now, he and the other planners here have some recreation options
Hold on.
lined up for later today. I'd advise you to be very careful with your choices. As I learned years ago, you can take two different kinds of hikes on the trails around Jackson. I can sum up my hikes with former Vice Chairman Don Cohn with two words: I survived. These steely marathon death marches revealed a sign of Don that I was not ready for. But there's another kind of hike. This one was with former Chairman Ben Bernanke, another dear old colleague. With Ben, it was a much more leisurely pace, an easy stroll along the wandering trails of the Rockefeller Preserve. So before setting out today, my recommendation is do a wellness check. Ask yourself, is this a Cohn day or a Bernanke day? The best thing about this gathering is that it helps us all get out here to the mountains and clear our minds and think straight about our world and our time.
You want Agar or no?
For me, it feels like the right place and the right audience for a real engagement with the ideas that matter
Wow,
most.
this is electric.
Innovation, as Kristen mentioned, is the conference theme. And I believe the public and the markets understand that innovations in the conduct of Fed policy
Stop saying hike.
will help deliver price stability alongside full employment. So here's a quick overview of what I'll cover in my remarks this morning. You can call it an outline, you can call it a trail map, but please just don't call it forward guidance. First, I'll touch on a few of the longer-term questions we're asking at the Fed about the latest general-purpose technology, AI, and where it might take the economy. Then I'll reflect a bit on the practice of forward guidance and the interaction between the central bank and financial markets. Next, I'll present some of the key principles that I believe should guide the conduct of monetary policy. And finally, I'll give you my assessment of what's happening in the economy. So first, I think we should try to prepare a bit for future policy conjunctures. With the unchanging picture of the Tetons as our backdrop, we are here to survey an economic landscape that is anything but static. It wasn't so long ago, including in rooms like this, in the run-up to the crisis of 2008 and over the decade that followed, when economists and policymakers were speaking of secular stagnation, speaking of a global savings glut. It was a widely held view that an excess of capital would sit on the sidelines for a very long, long time because there just wouldn't be enough compelling investment opportunities. All the good stuff, you'll recall, had been invented, so growth would be low and slow. Well, times sure have changed. We've come to a hinge point in history, to borrow a phrase, a framing from my former mentor, George Shultz. To cite the clearest example, progress in AI, the 80-year-old name for the newest technology, has been faster even than its evangelists predicted just a couple of years ago. The potential for substantially higher growth is on the rise. Ever-expanding pools of capital pouring into AI-related infrastructure of all sorts. A kind of super Moore's law seems to be playing out. Scaling laws, too, are changing both the method and speed of innovation. Capital and labor have combined to create large language models at the heart of AI. Users buy tokens to gain access to these models. Reports put annualized token sales for the two leading labs alone at more than $100 billion, an increase of 500% from just 12 months ago. We at the Fed, we watch all this attentively. We recognize that AI is a new variable, potentially a new factor of production that will have consequences both for the economy and for the conduct of monetary policy.
He hasn't even said anything yet.
It opens up some major lines
He's
of
literally
inquiry.
said nothing yet.
Will the application of AI cause a significant sustained rise in productivity across the economy? If so, when? Will token usage be complementary or competitive to labor? Will the next generation of AI models demand even greater capital intensity too? Or will the models themselves help devise a capital-light solution? Among the other yet unknowns is the resulting market structure. Who gets to make the money? It's not obvious where the returns on capital will land or on what time scale. Early on, how much of the surplus goes to owners of scarce assets?
I hate markets.
AI labs or chip makers or energy producers or cloud providers. Over time, how much of that value accrues to businesses and consumers? And importantly, what are the implications for workers and for the employment side of the Fed's mandate? Likewise, we don't yet know the equilibrium price of the tokens that give access to these models. Might there be a heterogeneity of tokens such that growing sums will be paid for the access to the best models, those at the frontier? Will token prices for older models fall to the level of their marginal cost? Well, we'll be thinking through these matters with the help of a task force on productivity and jobs. Our early check-ins with the leaders of that task force and the rest have been very encouraging. To be clear, though, their recommendations will come later and have no bearing on decisions we make in the current policy conjuncture. But I believe that for future policy challenges, this intellectual investment today will leave us much better prepared for tomorrow. Next, let me say a word about forward guidance and its substitutes. As our task forces go about their work, as you might know, I'm not waiting to introduce innovations.
Let's get a doom scroll in real quick
to help make us fit for purpose. To highlight one example, I've set out to change the form and function of the Fed chairman's so-called forward guidance. You might know about my longtime discomfort with early pronouncements of future policy decisions. I much prefer another path, and now we'll make the case for it. Transparency in communications about future policy decisions is not an end unto itself. Communications must be in service to the Fed's paramount responsibility. And what is that? That's getting policy right. Forward guidance as a regular practice was adopted by my colleagues and me during the global financial crisis. It was essential at the time, and we introduced it with much fanfare. But as with other legacies of crises past, I believe the practice has outstayed its welcome. In normal times, the role of forward guidance should be limited and circumscribed. Otherwise, it risks creating ambiguity in the name of clarity. Oversharing policy deliberations and overcommitting to future decisions can lead markets, businesses, and households astray.
Bro. You heard
I
your forward
believe
guidance
when
takes already.
policymakers make quasi-commitments on interest rates throughout the cycle, we inhibit our own freedom to make the right calls when it's time to decide.
I'm dying.
To get policy right, we also need to get the relationship right between the central bank and financial markets. The Fed needs clear market signals, as unfiltered as possible, from market internals, from the level and change in asset prices across sectors, the prices and trading volumes of Treasury securities, the foreign exchange value of the dollar, the cost and availability of credit, a broad set of commodity prices. These and other indicators should inform the Fed's near-term outlook on economic activity and inflation throughout the business cycle. They should also reveal the
Basically, I think
state
if we don't get
of broader financial
destroyed, we're so good.
conditions
We're so bad.
and the risks and uncertainties of the financial cycle. At the same time, market participants themselves should be tracking real information about the real economy. They should draw their own conclusions, form their own expectations on things like output and employment and inflation, and they too should stay sharply attuned to risks. In my view, the Fed should be humble and never naive. The Fed plays an essential role in the economy and markets.
Did you say
Our
shit
tools
themselves?
are powerful.
Is that what he said?
We determine the path of short-term interest rates, and market participants will always try to anticipate what we will do next. But we should not indulge a regime in which market participants are looking primarily to the Fed for their next trade. The economic literature has long described the distorting effects, what it called the Hall of Mirrors problem. If markets rely materially on the Fed's guidance and the Fed relies on market prices, we're more likely to be blinded to new developments, more likely to be caught unprepared, and more likely to commit errors in policymaking. Now, perversely, market participants are unlikely to bear the biggest costs of the Hall of Mirrors problem. The most serious harm is likely to befall those without any financial assets. If the Fed gets inflation wrong and judges the economy wrong, who gets the worst of it? Not the financial high flyers.
Short from 80K. Dude, close it.
Hardworking Americans are the ones left to deal with inflation that's too high or jobs that suddenly appear less secure.
Stop loss hunting.
So, If forward guidance is ill-suited to normal times, how about the new Fed chief commits at a meeting just like this to some explicit reaction function? Surely he could tell us his interest rate path if, say, the data were to come in hot or cold.
Oh my God.
Well, I wish our understanding of the economy were so precise as to provide a mechanical, tried and true answer. That some simple function, like a Taylor rule, could be rigorously relied upon.
I wish
but
it was
our
this
knowledge
easy, he
just
says.
does not extend that far.
All right, bro.
At least not yet. And other factors most relevant to the proper conduct of monetary policy, they change over time. Providing forecasts to illustrate the Fed's reaction function works better in theory than in practice.
Oh my God.
Better in the lab.
Play that Hopper with his speech.
I am not alone in noticing that forward guidance in 2021, to cite just one example, might well have slowed the policy response to high inflation. In my term as chairman, my colleagues and I will endeavor to construct more reliable models, more robust rules, and we'll do this knowing that accuracy in forecasting is still just an aspiration. With so much changing so fast in our geopolitics, global supply chains, technology, it's wise to be modest about what we can and cannot know as we sit here today. In the same spirit, we should receive the full range of ideas on matters that may inform the Fed's monetary policy discussions. If the aim is optimal decision-making, and it should be, we should not crowd out views on the economy. How then to chart a better path to policy? In the balance of my remarks, I will share with you some key principles that guide my thinking on the appropriate conduct of monetary policy.
Please tell me if Flood closes
And then
this
I'll
Bitcoin
offer
loan.
my promised assessment of the economy.
Please
Let's
ping
turn
me.
first
Turn
to
notice on.
principles. First, I've noticed in this line of work, yesterday's news has a way of getting mistaken for what's happening right now. The challenge is to know the difference. In other words, we must interrogate reality. Make sure we're not setting forward-looking policy based on stale or inaccurate data. Nor should we rely on isolated data points. Trends matter most. The Fed's a decision-making agency. We make choices amid uncertainty, and the data upon which we draw must be relevant, contemporaneous, accurate,
What does
and
temporaneous
as
mean?
actionable as possible.
The fuck is temporaneous?
Second principle. The Fed's actions are intended to ensure that the aggregate demand side of the economy is broadly consistent with aggregate supply.
You said temporaneous?
However, all we observe directly is activity. We never see and can only infer what's really happening on the supply side. Hence, evaluating the current and expected
even a word?
balance between aggregate supply and aggregate demand is imprecise. Third principle, there should be no misunderstanding. The Fed's price stability objective of 2%, as measured by the PCE price index, is a firm, fixed target. Let me be equally clear about another aspect of this
Get this
objective.
6-syllable shit out of here.
Price stability is not self-executing, nor is inflation necessarily mean reverting. It's the Fed's job to deliver stable prices, no excuses.
Thanks.
Fourth principle. The Fed also bears
Same shit he said every
responsibility
day, though,
for
bro.
maximum employment. Achieving both sides of our mandate over the medium term is not an either-or proposition. I do not believe the Fed's dual mandate works at cross purposes. After all, high inflation itself is very harmful to economic prosperity. Fifth principle. Short-term interest rates are the predominant tool to achieve the dual mandate. Unconventional policies to spur economic activity may suit genuine crises, of which we all have much experience, but they should otherwise be used sparingly, if at all.
That's about the 30-year?
Sixth, money matters. I know it's not fashionable these days, but my view is that money has something important to do with monetary policy. We should pay attention to money created by the central bank and money that comes from the banking and financial system. It's true that financial innovations, the subject of this conference, and other factors alter the mechanics that link the monetary base, the velocity of money, and the broader economy. But that is scarcely a reason to ignore the ultimate effects of money on financial conditions and prices. Finally, a quieter Fed, a more purposeful Fed in its communications, is better able to meet its objectives. And we can be held accountable for delivering on our remit.
He still said nothing new.
The only true test of our credibility. To borrow a line from General Chuck
He's a fake
Yeager,
gangster, bro.
at
Fake
the moment
hawk.
of truth,
He's a
there are
fake
either
gangster, I'm not gonna lie.
reasons or results. So having heard a little bit about AI and general purpose technologies, having heard a little bit about the next policy conjuncture, a little bit on principles, let's turn to the economy today. Given those principles, how do I read the economy? What's really going on outside the window? It's a little ironic. There are no windows in this room, but
dude,
they're
give
big
me a
ones at
fucking
the Federal
break,
Reserve.
Warsh.
And we've been
Give me a
using
break.
those in my first 100 days, and I expect we're going to continue to use those in the period right ahead of us. Now, you may have read in the July minutes the unanimous view of the FOMC. Labor markets were stable, output solid, but inflation remained too high. A good majority of my colleagues and I thought the wiser course was to await new information in the intermeeting period, especially given possible developments in supply chains, investment flows, and geopolitics, before deciding whether a change in interest rate policy was advisable. And we expressed our joint readiness to act as circumstances require. For my part today, as we sit here, I'm impressed by the overall performance of the economy, which appears to have strengthened. One indicator of strength is how well an economy holds up under stress, how well it holds up under shocks. On that score, both Main Street and Wall Street have been remarkably resilient. Several other observations. Business CapEx is rising rapidly. The four-quarter change in investment in
saying he likes
equipment
the
and
economy right now?
intangibles has been around 9%, its highest growth rate since 2021. And more than half of the CapEx growth can likely be ascribed to the build-out related to AI. What about profits? For the firms in the S&P, profits have grown more than 20% over the past year alone. Profit margins are quite elevated relative to history. Overall equity and market volatility, quite low. We're staying keenly focused on market internals.
Just say inflation's not that big of a deal.
Performance
Just say
across
it.
sectors.
Inflation's not that big of a deal. Please say it.
Expectations for both growth in CapEx and corporate earnings are running quite high. I continue to watch the change in the growth rates, the second derivative, the follow-on effects on asset prices, business confidence, consumer incomes and spending are equally important to gauge. Credit spreads on corporate bonds and leveraged loans are near the low end of their historical averages, and issue volumes this year quite strong. Looking beyond fixed income markets to the banking business, in the July so-called SLOOS survey, banks tell us that standards for C&I loans are on the easier end of their historical ranges. That helps explain their growth that we've seen this year in these loans. In my view, credit and loan markets are showing few signs of policy restraint. Now, certain sectors, like housing and agriculture, are showing strains. But on balance, I would be hard-pressed to describe broad financial conditions as restrictive.
We need a smaller time frame here.
Real consumer spending has been healthy despite these shocks, increasing more than 2% over the past 4 quarters. If you combine consumption with the brisk investment we talked about earlier, private domestic financial purchases have also risen. These purchases have increased at a pace of nearly 3% or so so far this year. That's a measure that typically carries more signal than GDP. The trend here too, positive. So on the employment side of the Fed's dual mandate, our country's doing well. Labor markets are quite stable. The jobless rate at 4.1% remains low by historical standards and hasn't changed much in a couple of years. Unemployment claims on a 4-week moving average, an empirically robust real-time indicator,
How do I turn it down?
near their lowest level in decades. In my view, the relatively low turnover in today's labor market
Can't figure it out.
is partly a result of the significant
Too intense.
rematching between employers and employees that happened after in the post-pandemic environment. But when labor supply is barely growing, monthly job gains are naturally going to run low. There are always areas of concerns in the labor market. For example, among recent graduates. In general, though, people who want to work, by and large, are holding or finding jobs. They may well be concerned about future labor disruptions, but as of now, I believe the labor markets are broadly consistent with full employment. But on the price stability side of our mandate, the numbers are more concerning. The Fed's preferred measure of inflation, the one I talked about earlier, the 12-month change in the PC price index stands at 3.7%, with a 6-month change a little above 4. The comparable measures from the CPI index are also elevated, as are core measures both of PCE and CPI inflation. And none of these measures are perfect, but they all tell a similar story. Inflation is running above our 2% target.
Is it?
The
Can you
Fed's
hear it? Is it
predominant
annoying?
focus right now should be on prices. So what's our job?
You can't hear it,
Job
right?
for policymakers is to capture underlying trend inflation.
Flood, are we still bullish?
Easier said than done. We want to gauge whether underlying inflation is rising, falling, or seems to be stuck in place. We also want to understand not just the direction of
Everyone say
travel,
thank you,
but
Flood.
the speed.
Thank you, Flood.
Each of these broad inflation measures have fallen significantly from their highs of a few years ago, but progress over the last couple of years has been more modest. And while this summer's PCE and CPI readings were better than expected, they do not tell me that underlying trends have meaningfully improved. The data also show moderate wage growth, but in my view, in tracking underlying inflation, wage growth has not proven a reliable indicator of future inflation for a very long time. So to try to gauge underlying inflation, I want to tell you
don't care about
a couple
inflation.
things I've always looked to.
I don't care about inflation. Say it.
I find it instructive to disaggregate the 199 individual components of the PC price measure.
Just say it.
Over the last 12 months, 54% of goods and services in this basket showed price increases above 3%. This is well below the post-pandemic highs of about 77%, but it remains well above the level of 32 in a couple of the decades that preceded the pandemic. Looking over just the last 6 months, the conclusion is similar. 49% of goods and services in the PC basket showed price increases above 3%.
Whole speech is already out.
And this is well below the post-pandemic highs.
So these price actions
still
don't even matter.
Elevated, quite elevated. The recent rise in overall commodity prices also bears watching. What we need to judge is whether the trends we see indicate upside inflation risks. Now, it matters, too, whether the inflation readings of the past 5 years have seeped into expectations. The good news is that measures of inflation expectations in the medium term, by and large, look stable. And inflation compensation measures from the swaps market send a strong and similar message. Especially in light of recent developments. It's a credit to the Fed as an institution, consistent with the best of the Fed's traditions, that market prices show confidence that we will deliver price stability. And I can assure you, they're right. The thing about market measures of inflation expectations in economic history, I know some economic historians in the audience, as they all tend to look really strong and durable until they don't. These expectations are not pushed around easily, and right now they are very well anchored. But they must be closely minded, and it's the Fed's job to make sure that inflation expectations do not get unanchored. Now, there is one signal nobody can miss. The responsibility for 65 months of sustained elevated inflation sits squarely with the central bank, and that's where it belongs. So here is my standard. We must be confident that underlying inflation is moving to our objective, clearly and at sufficient speed. Otherwise, we have work to do.
You know, someone's full-time job is to analyze
that's our mandate,
this speech.
And that's our charge.
Should be watching Rates Not Bitcoin. Fine.
So I've covered quite a bit of ground in the last 25 minutes or so. Let me see if I can conclude this way.
Whoa.
I stand here today committed to a discipline, not a decision.
This is good for us, yeah?
My Fed colleagues and I are hardly the first to hold these positions in a time of great consequence.
Holy.
We are determined to redeem the time by doing our very best work. For those of you that know us, you'll know the following is true. We take our responsibility seriously, with humility, and with resolve. We know so much depends on the choices we make. Sound monetary policy helps households and businesses to prosper. When carried out effectively, it broadens and deepens the momentum of our economy and helps to secure America's leadership in the world. And I know that our country needs us to think carefully and act wisely, perhaps now more than ever. It's a tremendous honor to serve once again at the Federal Reserve. I'm truly grateful for the encouragement, good counsel, and the warm reception I've received in my first 100 days from my colleagues. I'm also honored and grateful for the views that I've gotten, solicited and unsolicited, from so many of you in this room.
Unsolicited, he says.
For that, and for your kind attention this morning, I say thank you. Let's get on with the rest of the program.
This is who you're trading against.
Thank you very much,
Slash
Kevin,
P&L,
for getting
buddy.
the conversation going. Could our first set of panelists come up to the stage? So Kevin, thank you.
What just happened? What the fuck?
And the warm reception I've received in my first 100 days from my colleagues. I'm also honored and grateful for the views that I've gotten, solicited and unsolicited, from so many of you in this room. For that, and for your kind attention this morning, I say thank you. Let's get on with the rest of the program.
Wow, they mooned hype. Dog, they mooned it. 30% to 51 right now.
Thank you very much, Kevin, for getting the conversation going. Could our first set of panelists come up to the stage? So Kevin, thank you.
Damn, can we not watch this? I don't get it. It wants me to play fucking Drake. I don't get it.
None of these measures are perfect.
Why is my PC like...
The frontier expanded faster.
I'm so confused. This is the, it's recorded.
And less predictable.
I will share with you
That was it. It's over.
The warm reception I've received in my first 100 days from my colleagues. I'm also honored and grateful.
You need Trump API access to watch. Yeah, they rugged it, dude. Yeah, they rugged it. Well, thanks, Warsh. I just saw Phage Out's tweet. That shit was funny as fuck. Thank God he stopped talking. I know. Also, if you're watching a YouTube, Twitter, you want to chat, it's how the people here. Twitch TV /threadguy. All right, let's read a couple tweets. First of all, guys, I'm being super surreal this time. I'm gonna hike. Second, all right, let's watch this real quick and then see his response. They're saying he's saying Warsh took the first approach.
There's a couple ways that this could go of how I'm thinking about it. One is that he will use Jackson Hole as an opportunity to talk as much hawk talk as he can, because there's really no repercussions to it because there's no rate decision. So he can talk hawk during Jackson Hole, and then once he gets to the September meeting, not hike or anything like that. Why would he do that? Try to tame the long end. Obviously, when he tried to do this in the last press conference, he was trying to talk hawk without hiking, and everybody called his bluff. If you're saying all these things, why the fuck aren't you hiking? That's why long is sold out. But it's like, look, there's no rate decision meeting at Jackson Hole, so he can talk a big game, try to tame that long end, and then just reverse course in September. So that's obviously one avenue. It achieves some goals that are similar to Besant, one being lower yields, but it's also going to cause higher volatility in markets. The second avenue is that he talks a bit hawkish on the balance sheet and talks about we're trying to reverse course out of what we've been doing in the long end, but then he's more dovish on the short end. Why would he be dovish on the short end? Maybe he hints at actually, I know RMPs, reserve purchases, are supposed to go back to zero, but look, like if Besant's trying to issue a bunch of bills on the short end to fund the bonds, like eventually if you issue too much bills, you start to get pretty large SOFR basis volatility, and you could see those short-term money market rates start to go above SOFR, which is when things get hiccupy. Maybe he tries to be a bit more hawkish on the long end so that he can rationalize not hiking on the short end, keep that rate low, and then maybe hinting at bringing back RMPs so that he can help smoothen the runway for what Besant's trying to do, which to me, that would be a pretty large signal of pretty significant coordination.
He said, Warsh took the first approach. So, like, be hawkish and then do nothing, because it's like you lose nothing. Talk a big game of being serious with inflation, tame the long end, let the front end do some tightening for him without having to actually commit to anything. Come September, it'll be a whole lot of nothing. There's only so many times you'll be able to play this card. Warsh. And then the market says, whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Kevin Warsh. Let's go, Warsh. $30-year did dump a little bit. Interesting. Gold is sort of candle, but BTC is like kind of chatting right now. Tell the folks in steepeners. Wow, is it the 64% chance of hike in September? Really? No, 49%. 49%. Did you see this? I did see that. I want to read tweets first. Hold on. Wait. No rate hike decision. But why would he confirm? There's no scenario which he would have confirmed a hike at Jackson Hole, right? That's like the opposite of no forward guidance. That would make no sense. There's no way he would have confirmed it. I don't get that. That doesn't make sense. Is Flood's actively buying BTC or no? No. Thank you, fuck. Okay, who else is tweeting that I care about? Oh my god, Pump Fun. Pump Fun likes Warsh. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Wow. Back above 80K and it's just disgusting. Flood is buying? Link it. Is that bullish soul? Wow, I like what I hear right now. Soul 105, no. Look, I'm not a fucking rates guy, but what else we got? Okay, so 50% about a hike in September. Turn down your aggro sound, fine. I'm just gonna delete it. Sorry. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Wow, 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 wow. Holy fuck. They're ripping it, dude. Look at Pump. What do the happy sounds mean? Just it means good. Dude, they're ripping it. Nothing ever fucking happens at any of this shit. It's like such a joke. Everyone's freaking out about what? Now we have all these new shorts to liquidate. Pump up like a %. Soul. Looks pretty fucking good, dude. Let's see. The exchange has probably made so much money today. Okay, wait. Who else? Who else is tweeting? Gotta go on Bloomberg. Oh, we should watch this. Is this live? Is that gonna be live? Joe Weisenthal? We should actually watch that. Let me see. Wait, let me see if I can get it. YouTube TV. Let me see if I can get it. Wait. Let me see if I can get it. I actually might be able to get that. Hold on. YouTube TV. Bloomberg. Do I get Bloomberg? Can I search? Bloomberg TV. No, they're not live. Fuck. I think I need cable for that. Maybe.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that needs to come out, and of course we have to.
No, it won't show. Forget it. We tried. What else? Feijao. Oh, just the YouTube channel.
Policy because of earnings and because of the elections.
Kate, stay close. Michael McKee just ran out from the room. It is raining. He somehow managed to avoid getting completely soaked. You were in the room. You heard the speech. What was the main feeling in the room as he was delivering a speech that frankly delivered a lot of what the market was hoping for?
Well, it's very hard to read the room because everybody is quietly listening to him. I looked at a couple of Fed officials who were watching the speech, and I didn't discern any kind of reaction. But I think even though he did not pledge that they would raise interest rates in September or beyond, he satisfied investors'
just bad. We'll fix it. We don't know how
we'll fuck up the futures market. In the 2s and 30s, the yield curve has flattened, and what we're seeing is basically the market saying, okay, that's what we want to hear. We want to know what your view on inflation was, and it's not good, and we want to know that you're committed to...
Joe was on. After watching Scented stream yesterday, I can tell you one thing. Those motherfuckers do not give a flying fuck about what Warsh is saying right now. Pump's revenue is so persistent through the bear market because it's a self-contained minigame. Hard to care about macro when you're trading microcaps. Bink. Anything other tweets I care about? Chamba, nothing. A lot of the guys I care about not have enough no takes. Red hike 50-50 is crazy. No, I don't have much. Oh, Fei Zhao. Also hilarious that Warsh made sure to criticize Taylor Rule. So it's currently saying there should be multiple hikes. That's such a joke. What's the Taylor Rule? See you, Alex. For until central banks had to set short-term interest rates to keep the economy stable. Economist John Taylor introduced the rule in 1993. It suggests that interest rates should go up when inflation is high for the economy is growing too fast, and when inflation is low or the economy is struggling. So he's saying, so he made sure to criticize the Taylor rule since it's currently saying there should be multiple hikes. Got it. So he doesn't want a fucking hike. He's just bluffing. I see. I see. I see. I don't know. The worst speeches are so brutal.
Part of it. But I think
did this for
This is 15K live.
Alan Meltzer 15 years
So
ago.
you're just trying to recreate that
Right.
incredibly joyful memory.
Continue. Carry on with the show,
Yeah.
please.
You know, look, it seems like people are unfazed right now in terms of the potential risk appetite. It does seem, though, like we did get a sense of why he wasn't explaining why the Fed remained on hold. He said that sometimes giving a sense of what past policy was or giving past history is misconstrued as what's going to be coming ahead. What do you make of that in terms of not even giving the rationale to why the FOMC makes the decisions that they do?
Well, I'm going to take this back to how I think about the investing framework in general, which is I always say to my analysts and people that work with me that, like, you cannot drive the car by looking in the rearview mirror. And it's so frustrating when people say this is the historic relationship between these stocks or between this economic data point and the market, and then try and project forward. So I have great.
Look at, I mean, dude, I think this looks great. Look at the daily. I think this looks fucking great. This could just break. I mean, it could just break up. I don't know. How's gold? Not great, not bad. 30 years getting crushed though. Ansem ATH? Right now? No, it's not. We just looked at Ansem. 30 year getting crushed. 2 years up a lot. Zach looks insane. CZ's working at what? What is the Ansem ATH? Like 450, I think. Pump looks great too. CZ cooking something. What are you talking about? Is he tweeting or what? You'll just be saying shit in this chat with no fucking anything. You're like, CZ cooking. Cooking what? And then I look at his Twitter. There's nothing. Cooking spot buys. What does that mean? You just be like making shit up. What does that even mean? Cooking spot buys? What does that even mean? Like what? The mafia, bro? Like, bro. Oh my God. The mafia, bro, he says. The mafia, bro, he says. What does that even mean? This is funny. Thank you. You little rascal. This is good. Shawty let Rasmer crack. I'm sick. If she hanging out with Big Raz, that's not your girl, bro. Look at this. Jackson Hole word count. Yellen almost cracked Big 4K. Powell did as much as 1,200 one year. The Big Warsh chasing records. Big Warsh is trying to be great, man. Big Warsh going for every record he can, bro. He's chasing greatness. He's on that MJ flow. Best I ever had seemed like a decade ago. Decade of flow and still got a decade to go. Warsh talking like 2012 Drizzy talking about still got a decade to go. Decade of flow. Crazy. Kevin, 40 agents in your pocket, Warsh. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I am going to chat complete shit for the next 14 minutes to wrap stream. And then we're gonna do a 180 and we're gonna bring a political trader on stream because why the fuck not? It's like at a certain point here, it's like my bids are set, my bags are allocated, my coins are secured. At a certain point, it's like, what do you want me to do with the fucking coins? We're bringing on a political poly market trader to have 300 schmacks in the last year, betting on I don't even know what, all types of fucking shit. Did you full port, Mr. Thread? I'm about damn near as close to full. Everybody was going around at this Cabal dinner yesterday talking about favorite coin, then what percent of your net worth is in it. And I said 90p, 90%. I don't even know. Something stupid. Something dumb. All right, I'm gonna get up one more time. I gotta fill up my water. It's Friday. I'm dying. Just so you know, I'm dying, but I love this shit. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna talk complete and utter just bullshit. Just complete bullshit. Just I'm gonna come back and chat fucking garbage for 10 minutes. And when I come back, we're gonna have a political better on. Baby.
Yeah. Word on road is the click about to blow. You ain't gotta run and tell nobody, they already know. We been living on a high, they been talking on the low. But it's cool, know you heard it all before. That's why I asked you how you mean, thought you knew about the team, hey, yeah. That's why I asked you how you mean, thought you knew about the team, hey, yeah. How you mean, what you know about the team? Man, these niggas need to stop it, they be crowding up the scene. Baby girl, you need to stop it, all that pride and self-esteem. Got you angry about this girl I'm with in all the magazines. Baby, she look like a star, but only on camera, only on camera, only on camera. Look like we in love, but only on camera, only on camera, only on camera. Don't listen to the lies, I swear they all lies. You know I could be a knight in shining armor, all ties. Trying to tell you I'm the one, come and holler at me. For I'm on the next thing, YMCMB.
She there like a star, but only on camera. We look like we in love, but only on camera. Whose wallet is this? Bitcoin short. 30x crossed $23 million. $23 million. Flood, what do you think? Let's look at this in the big hyper dash. The big dash. It's a big dash. What's the big dash talking about? Yo, Flood, let's hunt him. Let's put some money together. Let's raise a fund to hunt this brother. Uh-oh! It's going the wrong way. His entry is 78645. Luke, no Zoom, twin? No Zoom set up? You hear? He's always here, but he just doesn't, he's not always interested in chatting. God damn it, Luke. Dude. Go. This was a good week, guys. I'm gonna be here for a little bit longer, don't worry. This was a good week. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty. Warsh thinks he's so fucking smart, they said. Warsh thinks he's so fucking smart. 30 tires, I'll get the energy up. Dude, I haven't slept a long time. All right, thanks, Luke. I'm good, thanks. Thanks. All right, let's see. DDAP, can you send me his can we look at his account, his poly account? I wanna scroll his account. See, before I was in there, so yeah, I'm gonna sit here and play Power Load all night, I think. Why link got deleted by mod? It's auto delete. I looked at it though. We looked at it. It's a auto delete, unfortunately. Bitcoin 79.5. It looks pretty fucking good. Pata, this is the guy that's coming on. Yeah, not fucking bad, dude. He's up 250K this year. And look at this P&L curve, by the way. Look at this P&L curve, bro. Basically no drawdowns. Look at this. Look at this. March of this year, he's up 62. May, he's up 100. He then rips it to 130. Big drawdown to biggest drawdown on this curve to 122. Crazy curve. That's gnarly. He doesn't have that many trade purely he doesn't have many trades though. Like we had that guy on the weather guy on yesterday that had 2150 though, and all manual as like a side hobby. Let's see. Iran peace deal plus 20, ceasefire plus 15. He made a lot on just Iran stuff. That is a what about biggest loss? What's his biggest loss? Damn, these guys gross. Let me see my Twitter real quick. I need to fall back. They're so sneaky, bro. A bad politics prediction market 6K deposit to 280K, 1,400 markets traded, 5.0 sharp. What is a good? His style probably gets such a sharp. Sharp loves his style. Greater than 1 is good. 3 is excellent. It basically doesn't like variance, if I understand correctly. Like it doesn't like huge. It's sharp doesn't like swings. Our boy's not a huge fan of the sharp. Jack Schweiger, that is. Bitcoin looks fucking great, dude. I'd love to see it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a great week talking about the coins, talking about crypto, talking about everything in between. We're going to round out a Friday with a little freaky trader. We had a really cool guest on yesterday, and then we got a really cool one today. Only trades politics, up 250 bands in a year. Someone's getting rich in every market. I still think that crypto is the most opportunistic market right now, but fuck, man, 250K on politics with basically no drawdowns in the last year is really impressive. Deserving of a spot. So if you're interested, if you want to stick around, I'm going to have Pata on for like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. Talk a little prediction markets. After, we might chop it up a little bit. Bitcoin 79.6. Get that thing back above 80. It looks disgusting. and we're gonna go into the weekend feeling really good. Luke, I'm gonna let him in right now. If you're good. Also, Netflix deleted that reply. It's crazy. Those fuckers. Kid probably got fired. I guarantee the market rips as soon as you interview again to distract you. That's good. I would do 5 interviews every day. Hype 85. Yeah, we look sendy, bro. Merc got Kraken to flip their vote. That's the GOAT, bro. Yeah, Merc's the GOAT. I can't lie. Any alts looking good? How's like Monad doing right now? Oh my god, chips up 21%. Holy fuck. Something's going on with this coin. Dude, look at this chart. Frank, you in this? Look at this. There's a vote about inflation, Sol inflation, to decrease it. Sol like is inflationary. We're trying to chart along ago. You know what's crazy is this is one of my best. This is like so stupid, but Chip was one of my best longs ever, which is like so ridiculous. This was one of my best longs like of all time. It was so stupid. I just like put an irresponsible long on for what, because I was like, oh my god, AI and crypto at the same time, new coin. And I just like closed my eyes and I woke up and I was like, oh my god, I'm rich, and just sold it, and then that was like it. I think it went a little bit higher, but that was it was kind of stupid, really. I just like put an irresponsible long and was rewarded for it. Never happens. That actually never happens. But I love when hi bro, we get it. Yeah, I know. Retired on the chip long. You hit a good trade. All right, he's gonna be on in a second. Lefty, I need you in the gotcha mines, brother. Hit the spins, my dude. I need you spinning more, however much you're spinning right now. It's not enough. Get your family to spin, your cousins to spin. I don't know. You got to hit the spin mines, brother, because we're fucking. Frank, you too, bro. I need you bag working. I need you, Frank. That Frank listing's not enough. Holy shit. Last week I hedged my Zach longs with more longs. This week I'm hedging my Zach longs with more longs. Texas hedge. Holy fuck. That's the one other thing, by the way, about my Cabal dinner is I asked everybody when's the last time. Like they're like, I'm all in Zach. I'm like, okay, when's the last time you longed Zach? And they're like in the car right here. And I was like, what? Like right now? All right, this is how this is going to go, by the way. We have a sick guest coming on that I have to focus on, and so the market's going to rip probably while that happens. So good luck to you all. We got Pada coming on right now, plus 250K in the last year with basically no drawdowns. Sharp of 5.0 is disgusting. I'm going to bring him on right now. We're going to talk politics and prediction markets. It's going to be fun. Someone's getting rich everywhere all the time. There's edge in the market. Your job is just to find it. My job is to highlight it and hopefully help you find it better. Let's get it. One second. Yo, yo, yo.
Hello.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, dude. I appreciate you you coming on. You want to start and just rip us with a quick. By the way, your P&L curve is disgusting, but we'll get to that in a second.
Oh, thank you.
You want to start with a quick intro into who you are, but mainly your like I don't know trading background, like when and how you got into trading.
Yeah, for sure. About like a year ago, around exactly a year ago, I was like finishing my first year in university, and I like just kind of decided to make like a Poly Market account just because I'd like been seeing it on like Twitter. Like I didn't have any experience with like gambling at all or finance or anything, but I've just like since I was really young, just been really like into politics and like following the news and everything. So I just thought like, I'll deposit like $500 and try it out.
And you had never traded prior to that?
No, no, no. I took like some like econ classes, but no, never traded.
And so you've never really traded before. In uni, you deposit like 5K into Poly Market and run it up into 250K, 5 pointer sharp, basically no drawdowns in a year.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's like for the first 2 months, I had like over the first 2 months, I deposited like my like half my savings into there, so it was like ended up being like 3,000. Um, and I was like losing money at first, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but I kind of just like stuck to it, and then like basically the last like 7 months is when it like really started to take off.
Okay. What do you think changed for you to become profitable? Like how did you start making money in
Um,
Poly Market?
yeah, so I think like the interesting thing that I like kind of figured out is that I don't think you need a like background in finance or like expertise to make money on Poly Market because it's just like such a unique thing. Like prediction markets are only like they've only been in the mainstream like for a few years. Like the way the order book works, the way trading works is just like so unique that like just with time and just like watching how things work and you know I just got used to it and yeah, yeah, basically.
Wow. Dude, that's impressive. First of all, congratulations.
Thank
What
you.
is okay, so you've been trading for like a little over a year in on Poly Market. How I mean a lot's changed in the prediction market scene since like that time
Mhm.
frame. Like how have the markets, the edge, the competitiveness, like the landscape of Poly Market specifically evolved over like the last year from when you started to where it is at right now?
It's hard for me to say because like the way I've traded has like evolved so much. I feel like every month I'm like learning like the competition might be getting stronger, but I'm also like learning more about how to like trade better. I think like there's been like a noticeable like drop off in volume, especially in like politics, like since February,
Why do you
which
think?
people have. I think like the start of the war with Iran was just like such a huge event that it just like brought a lot of people to the website and like wanting to trade on it, and like now it's kind of died down and like until the midterms, I'm not sure there's going to be like a catalyst for a lot of volume. And then also like they added fees, which may or may not be involved in that.
Interesting. You traded the Iran situation pretty crazy well. What is your like? You said you've been interested in politics like since you were young. I've not heard a lot of people say that.
Hmm. Like you haven't heard a lot of people say that who trade on Poly Market or
No,
just
just
in
like in
general?
general. Like I wasn't paying to politics when I was young. Paying attention to politics investing
Yeah,
at all.
yeah, yeah. I get, it was like it was like I think that's probably where my advantage comes from, is that like like my dad is like a journalist and he's like always following politics, so I was always like debating with him and like watching the news constantly and like keeping keeping it like up to date on everything. Yeah, I think that is more than like any like degree or anything I've learned since like that. Being able to follow the news and like react to like changes is like really important.
It's like a Fox News baby. Okay, so on stream, like I covered the Iran conflict pretty tightly, obviously, and it's really like the first time I've been I don't know watching like political news and geopolitical news and actually trying to follow
Yeah.
for the sake of making money in markets and covering it on stream, like rehashing stories. And one of the things that I learned, which I guess I should have known, but it is excruciatingly difficult to navigate what is real and what is fake, and what headlines are sticky and what are just complete trash. And I think in like
Yeah.
the Trump era in particular, like I don't know how much you were trading oil and things like this, but I'm sure you were vague, at least aware of like the insider
Mhm.
garbage that was going on. How difficult it is to navigate what is real, what is fake, what is valuable, what is not important. Like how I don't know, how do you approach news and especially wartime news on like what matters for these markets and what doesn't?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good question. That's like an important thing to talk about. And that like really is like where the edge is in prediction markets, like more than any like quantitative um skills or like, breadth of knowledge. It's like being able to understand like which news sources are reliable and which ones are not, and being able to see like the context behind a headline and like react quickly to that. So like I'm constantly like making trades based on, people that are overreacting to a headline or that are not understanding like that a certain source is biased in a certain direction. Like for instance, like during the war in Iran, like the way I would react to like Iranian state media is going to be like totally unique to the compared to the way I react to like Israeli media compared to how I react to Western media.
Yeah.
And like you have to understand every publication. And like if you see like channel 12, you know, next to a headline, if you know right away what that means, then you have an advantage over somebody who just sees the headline and doesn't
Is
doesn't
that
understand the
Israeli News Network 12 you're referencing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We know all about them on this stream.
Oh yeah.
Well, one of the things would be like, one of the things I felt like that kept happening was Trump. Trump has this obviously massive platform and more of a chokehold on the markets than whoever's like speaking on behalf of Iran. And so Trump would like make a comment and say deals are negotiations are going very well. Markets would rip, oil
Yeah.
would dump. And then like speaker on behalf of Iran would come out and be like, no, 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 no. We haven't even spoken. And nothing would happen.
Mhm.
And then Trump would be like, yeah, we spoke and it's going great. And then markets would rip harder. And it was sort of this like continuous back and forth of it doesn't matter what either party is saying. It's like whatever Trump says louder is what we're going to react to.
Yeah, yeah. So there's repeatedly been markets on Polymarket of whether the US and Iran would have like a diplomatic meeting or a peace meeting, and Trump would constantly just say that we're gonna meet. Like he wouldn't qualify it. It wasn't like we might meet, or it was like we're gonna meet. And every time that happened, the price would pump, and I would usually like buy the other side. I would buy no, because I kind of realized at one point he's saying that like to get a reaction from markets and maybe like wishful thinking, but he's been saying it and it doesn't happen. It's crazy like how much markets revolve around him and what he says. So like I've spent like a lot of time trying to get like a outline of his psychology and how he thinks about things, because like he really is like the decision maker, and more than any other president, I think in like many people's lifetime, like the what is going to happen revolves around him. So yeah, there's a lot of trading around what he says, and a lot of what he says is like noise. He just like
Yeah. Are you still trading Iran markets now? Like actively right now?
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the main things that I trade is like Iran related stuff. It's been kind of quiet recently. Um, but yeah, like and like oil futures as well.
How what do you think about the oil market right now?
Well, just like probably couple weeks ago, I like first started trading oil, so
It's a
I
good time to
don't really
start, I guess.
understand it. Yeah, I don't really understand it very well. I mean, right now I've made like, I don't know, 5 trades. I'm like, I've lost $800 in on net. I think it is more it's hard to go from Polymarket where you're trading like directly on an event, like will the US lift the
Yeah.
blockade, versus trading on oil where like there's noise and you have to predict like what the market's going to do and what's going to happen, not just what's going to happen.
What yeah, the trading oil is the I have an oil bill in the background. I think you can see it on the Zoom. I have an oil bill in the background because
Oh yeah.
we had some fun with oil and it became my like
Yeah.
complete misery asset.
Oh really?
Tell me about your trading style because I mean your P&L curve is disgusting. And you have a lot. You have 1,500 trades, 1,400 trades on there as well. How like
Yeah, yeah.
what type of positions are you entering and how are you not drawing down?
Yeah, no, I saw it the earlier in the stream you were looking at the P&L and you were looking for my like my biggest losses. So right now like on Polymarket for some reason on the like the bets by profit and loss screen they don't show your losses, but
Okay, I thought I was like
there
losing my
you
mind.
know
Yeah.
there are losses. I've had like $10,000 drawdowns on markets before.
Okay.
The like I think it's all manual trading. Firstly, I think the reason that the graph is consistent is because I like spent a lot of time like looking at the big picture of my portfolio and trying to like manage the risk. So like I don't put more than 10% of my bankroll on any single bet,
Okay.
and usually I don't put more than 5% on any bet. If I have like multiple positions that are like highly correlated, so that are all like maybe I have like 5 different bets that all kind of point towards escalation
Uh-huh.
in the war with Iran, then I'll make sure that the total, value of those 5 bets doesn't like exceed 20% of my portfolio
It's pretty
value.
big though.
Keeping track of that, and well, 20% would be like the upper limit
Yeah.
for that. And then yeah, so I keep track of that, and then also just diversifying across different things. Like I don't only like look for bonds. I don't only look for markets trading at 99 cents where I can make a quick 1% return. So, within in a week period, I might, lose a market I bought at 80 cents, but win one I bought at 20 cents. Like I tried to like diversify across, just a lot of different events. I think I'm one of the traders that like trades the highest like variety of markets.
Oh, interesting. What there was one like there's one like blip drawdown on the chart. Like I think it's minus a 10 or minus 15. Okay. What while you were up only, what is your worst trade?
Worst trade. I think actually I'm not sure if it's the one you're referring to, but I like I was betting against that the war with Iran would start. So like I was totally wrong on that. Um, and at the time it was like a 10 or 15% drawdown. Um, I think that was probably my worst trade because there was kind of a clear I can kind of looking back, I can see what I did wrong there, and I think I was thinking I was looking at it from a perspective of like if I was Trump, what would I do? What would I think is in the best interest of me politically, and you know, and then I determined that it wouldn't be like politically beneficial for Trump to start the war with Iran. But what I should have been looking at is not what would I do in his situation. It's just what would he
What
do,
would Trump
and
do? What was it? Minus 20K?
yeah, that bet.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it was only like minus 5K, but my bankroll was smaller then, so it was like 10% of
It's like
my
the only blip on
total.
the on P&L curve. Like that's it.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I mean, I there was another market where I lost like 10K in a day, and that was like my biggest drawdown. And I remember I was like on like a ferry at the time, and I was like desperately trying to like get internet connection to like try and like fast click away this loss. But then I lost 10K on Iran closing their airspace, which was basically just like a bet on if the US would strike Iran. And then I was trying to bet that the US wouldn't restart the war with Iran, but then the US was threatening to, and then Iran closed their airspace anyway, even though the US didn't actually restart the war. So it was kind of like
Interesting. Oh, dude, it's fucking impressive. The whole account is impressive. Give me this as like sort of a closure. What is your favorite trade right now that you have on or that you want to put on?
like currently like the best opportunity, or like one
Yeah, or
I'm
like the one you're personally most interested in, the one that you like the most, the one that you like the most sized
um
into. If it's one you want to size, you don't have to say it, but
hmm. um I mean, right now a lot of the bets I've made have kind of already started to pay off, so it's not like I'd be giving anyone like much alpha with it, but um I think like I can tell you like a general read I have right now
okay, yeah, rip it.
is that the war in Iran is like entering like a new phase where I don't see like strikes restarting. I don't see like actual like kinetic action restarting, but I think that the blockade is going to remain up longer than the markets think. I think the it's going to be like a stalemate. I think that the US has given up on getting a deal and just wants to put, light pressure on Iran that doesn't spook markets too much. And I think Iran is not gonna give anything up. They're just gonna like take it. So I mean, like a way to bet on that is to bet against a diplomatic meeting happening, because Iran is only gonna agree to a diplomatic meeting if the US fulfills like a bunch of demands that would be part of a deal. Um, yeah, and I guess betting against the blockade ending. I mean, if you bet against the blockade ending by October 31st, you can like almost double your money at this point. So yeah, I mean that's my current
Are you long oil?
read of the situation. Yeah, right now, yeah, I am.
Interesting. Well, fuck. It feels like the war has been going for. It's insane. A 72-hour war is still going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
But dude, you're impressive. Your account is sick. Your trades are
Thank you.
honestly a movie, and I appreciate you you calling in, dude. Much love.
Yeah, thank you for having me
It was
on.
great to meet you, man.
Thank you.
All right, my brother. Have a good one. Much love.
You too.
Peace.
Bye.
I'll tell you what, dude. This trading style is just not something I can replicate. 432 trades in a year is nuts. It's pretty. Again, it's fucking impressive though. I must admit. Some of these guys, it's nuts. It can't be sustainable. I know, but he doesn't really draw down. Like, they're not these like crazy risk swings at all. They're not. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. Here's his Twitter if you want to follow him. But yeah, he might just have insane discipline. I don't know what it is. It's impressive though. On the Iran stuff, it's like difficult for me to trade that, to think about trading that. Also, it's difficult to like articulate to somebody else. I think they're saying Solana's gonna pass. Yeah, it looks like it. They're fucking ripping it on that note. Is that just like a long? Is that like a free long into the pass? Wait, let's see. Let me get my hold on. BRB. Wait, I just want to look at this. What's the link to the pass? Someone have the vote link? Does it matter? How much does it actually matter? Thank you. What is the... Yeah, how much does it matter? He wonders. How much do we care? How much inflation is it? Let's see. Let's see. Trading view. Next to Solana. Reducing to minus 30%. When does it end? 3 minutes? Let's see. Let's do this for fun. You're still live? Yeah, I am, which is crazy. Just get murder on. I don't think I have it in me. I'm just gonna watch the chart and see what happens. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna look at his Twitter. Is there markets for your fantasy league? No, I don't think so. Why would you bet on me or no? Would you bet against me or would you bet for me? Me winning the league. To usually do long or short. I just clicked like a retarded long, just like a tiny bit, just to see what happens. BTC doesn't look that good. Let's see. I bet you into the position for 50% gang. I'm long TG. He's getting older and more experienced. Facts. Warsh isn't hiking. I would bet on your team if there was polymarket. Dude, my team is fucking nasty. Yeah, rip soul, bro. Rip that shit into the vote. Let's see. Rip that shit. Not too confident in your ball knowledge, bro. What do you mean? It passed? All right, what happens now? It's got to be good, right? I don't even know what it is. I'm like, it's got to be bullish. I don't even know what it is. Like some inflation thing. I'm like, has to be bullish. Like, gotta be bullish, right? Send it. I don't know. Like a 55%, yeah. 51 on Poly. We're just not gonna look. It's gotta be bullish, right? Fuck. Send Solana, bro. Gotta be bullish. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me why. Okay, just ask me if I think yes or no. I would have been able to long it for more, but I have no money in my Poly. All my money's allocated. Fucking gauge shut Bitcoin, and I'm gonna keep this open for like 3 minutes. My entry is 106.92, and then I'm closing it. I'll let this candle close. If the candle closes above 107.75, then we'll stay. Did you watch that Epstein interview where he said the best traders just feel it? Did you just compare yourself to? That's how we are. Did you just compare yourself to Jeffrey Epstein on live stream? Is that what just happened? Under no pressure. Folded under literally negative pressure on that one. Yeah. Negative. There could not have been less pressure on that. TG, why is your lick price 104? Because it's 20x leverage. Wow, it's 104. Leverage is dangerous, kids. Leverage is dangerous. Bro said, did you watch the Epstein interview? That's me. All right, I'm out. I closed it. Plus 5. Closed it. Plus 500. That's my board trade for the week. Welcome to the fucking show. 500 US, yeah, 1,000. Imagine it's plus 500K. Welcome to the fucking show. You just look at the fake wide receiver. No, not dude. Bro said Solana inflation thing. 49ers fake wide receiver. Did you guys see this? This is so fucking good, bro. Alleged fake 49ers wideout wooed woman and took 1.3 million. No, please let me scroll. Federal prosecutors said 2 men led a multi-state romance and investment scam, posing as a San Francisco 49ers player and an advisor to steal 1.3 million from at least 26 women. Investigators say Dejan Love crafted elaborate social media personas. Prosecutors allege Love and 18-year-old Taylor Chan staged 3-way phone calls showing bogus investment gains and pushed victims into personal loans. The FBI charged 2 men with scamming 26 women at 1.3 million. He portrayed himself on Instagram as a 49ers wide receiver who went undrafted but worked his way onto the roster. He met most women through dating apps and developed romantic relationships with many of them. In an Instagram story titled NFL Jersey, Love held a 49ers helmet while driving and said, I'm on my way to get my mom. I know a lot of fans who want to know how football works or how do I want to get involved in the league. If you know me and see me in person, I'll explain. He targeted several women who did not have cash to invest to take out personal loans. Shannon Love also, so his boy, Shannon Love hosted 3-way FaceTime calls which they showed victims falsified investment gains and encouraged victims to part with their money. Victims sent Love and Shan money due to their belief the money would be invested in legitimate investment vehicles on the victim's behalf. The FBI said Love instructed several women who did not have cash to take out personal loans, assuring they would be quickly repaid. Holy fuck, dude. Hashtag Lamborghini, Lamborghini, hashtag Mansory, hashtag Euros, hashtag NFL. Getting back at it. Dog. No, that's Spencer James ass route. No. No. No, that's Spencer James route, bro. No, my computer won't work. No, open it, please. No, my God. Oh my God. No, reopen that last one. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just chose FF because it was the right time. I was kind of already living in the Bay and it worked out for me. My Love's monologue is interrupted momentarily by beeps from his car, and he says, "I'm in my new McLaren. It's just real touch and go." Nah, he hit the Flow Horse cold start, bro. You're lying. No way I can't find that. I should be able to just find that. No. Really? I should be able to just find a cold start video, bro. Right? Like, I feel like this shouldn't be a... should just auto search. I have to find it now.
You know, after the last day, one of the things that I'm reminded of is that
Oh my god.
you know, after the last day, one of the things that I'm reminded of is that at almost 300,000 followers, you don't have an audience anymore. You have less.
You'll get to 300,000 followers out ruffling some feathers, I'll tell you that much. I would know that as I have 407,700. Thank you. He then posts a screenshot of a webpage AI overview that says Dejon Love is a wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. Back on the screen, Love says, "That's Google. That's not me. That's Google." Oh my god. He goes on to explain why he isn't playing, lifting a crooked finger to the camera and saying he is injured. He concludes the story by saying he wants full transparency because people ask, "What do I do? How can I afford a $500,000 car? How can I afford a $300,000 euros?" Here, Pete says he's going to pick up his mom. That concludes by inviting those wanting to reach out to meet him in person. Oh my god, that was so unbelievably good. That was awesome. That was awesome, I tell you. Not the scam part. I don't think I would call that necessarily awesome, but it's pretty funny. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I'll tell you what, dude. These women be treating these like... You know what's crazy is I believe it because I know some of these women that are like lost in the sauce over like the fourth string receiver for the fucking Colts. And I'm like, dude, he don't even play. Like, what? It's the worst. It's like, oh my God. Josh Downs, no. It's the worst. Like, my man in the NFL. I'm like, all right, who's your man? It's like some guy you've never heard of ever. And I'm like, all right, like, God. I hate that. It's the worst. It's like, how... I know. It's like, bro, imagine you're trying to date in New York City and you got to compete with Landry Shamet. It's like, what am I supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Like, what are you supposed to do? She with Landry Shamet. I'm like, all right. Yeah, he's nice. It's like Tyler Kolek in the city. I know Kendrick Bourne's baby mom. She be flexing nonstop. Kendrick Bourne. He's pretty nice, isn't he? Y'all don't even know about Tyler Kolek barbecue chicken. Bang. They start in the zone. We bang. They start in a zone. We come out. We bang 2 threes. They switch to man. After that, it's barbecue chicken. I'm not familiar with the term barbecue chicken. You can look it up on Urban Dictionary. I really got references, bro. Oh my God, Luke, my fucking computer, man. Doesn't open TikTok. It doesn't want to open TikTok ever. Like, that reference is so slow. Now I'm gonna play it, but it's
So, you know, we come out, we bang 2 threes. They got to come out of the zone. They start going man, and then, you know, it's barbecue chicken from there.
I apologize. I'm not familiar with the barbecue chicken expression. I was just wondering what you meant by that.
You can look it up on Urban Dictionary. So, you know, we come out, we bang 2 threes. They got
Why you slow roll it though? Why did he slow roll it like that? He knew he was getting the edit.
come out, we bang 2 threes. They got to come out of the zone. They start going man, and then, you know, it's barbecue chicken from there.
I apologize. I'm not familiar with the barbecue chicken expression. I was just wondering what you meant by that.
Who made the fucking beat?
You can look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Chicken, nigga. How you done on 60? You ain't never seen a 50, nigga. How you done on 40? You don't never keep that 30 with you. Ballin' on the court, I got a Steph Curry jersey, nigga. I was on the 20 pistol case, you know I went federal. A real life, but in my music, they say I'm painting pictures. A real life, but in my music, they say I'm painting pictures.
That was good. That was really good. Look at my Urban Dictionary. That was good, Tyler Kolick. Nice soul sale. Feel free to say it. I'm really hitting the references today. Oh, what's the video of the what's the guy's name again? 49ers fake wide receiver. Was there something else I was supposed to watch?
Tim, Dejan Love claimed to be a wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. Prosecutors say he created a fake their money to arrest
my mom on
Tuesday.
Okay, so I'm on my way to get my mom. I know I get a lot of fans who want to know how football works or
What? What's your mom got to do with this, bro?
Tuesday.
Okay, so I'm on my way to get my mom. I know I get a lot of fans who want to know how football works or how I got involved in the league.
That's Dejan Love. Federal prosecutors say he faked being a San Francisco 49ers player as part of a scheme to convince women to give him money. This Instagram account, cited in court records, shows Love wearing 49ers gear and playing catch on the beach. He also posted stories, free agency, year one, and Super Bowl, all in the same week. Prosecutors say Love used dating apps like Tinder, Hinge, and Facebook Dating to meet women and entice them into fake investment schemes, mostly between 2022, at the Boise airport on
I mean, what did he think was going to happen, bro?
Tuesday. They both faked and fake investment accounts from fake accounts.
So those 2 screenshots
convince people he played in the NFL.
Okay, so those 2 screenshots posted, and that's Google. That's not me, that's Google.
Love promised women their money would quickly double or triple as a fine published in court. To the money they had no more their money. Women they found who may have been defrauded.
Crush sodas, pour my touch for me, baby. Put the motor in the trunk, then I go crazy. Loaded up on new ice, yeah. Loaded up on new.
Oh my God, dude, TikTok. Oh my God, it doesn't work.
Of our bubble.
Bitcoin price? Ugh.
Of our bubble.
Bro, this
Tommy, yeah, way more.
The crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.
You can't keep getting away with this.
How about the hate cheer throw? That's a good one.
Yo, Chase, go long. Damn. Nice catch, Cheer.
Not my name, quarterback.
Yo, Chase, go long.
It's a classic. Now what? I'm so cooked. I was expecting someone to tackle her. Now what? Yeah, now what? What do we do now? I don't know. Should I just like play video games? What do we do? Bro said Pow World. Bro said Trader Pow World. Pal. Bro said Trader Pow World. It's Trader Pow World, we're just living it. Driving range, even though your shoulder is hurt. Are you actually a doctor? I'm starting to think he's not a real doctor. Trailer. The game. The right guy says GTA 6 trailer was mid, and GTA fans are all unks. Every Clipper wakes up today and they're like, how could I make as many people as possible hate the right guy? What would do it? What could I do to make everybody hate? What could it do? All right, guys, it was a good week.
House, nigga trapping, serving hard. Young niggas camping outside, sleeping in your yard. Copping a bigger house for the car garage. See what hustling get you when you're going against the odds. I'm capping, texting, wrapping up a bell. What kind of ice? That's the chandelier. My earrings lying to me when I look in the mirror. What up, I'm with? My bitch with it too. Nigga trapping, serving hard.
Weak ass fucking route. Oh, thank you. Why can't I find this? That's how Jared Goff finna throw after I spent $17 on him in my fucking auction draft. Okay, you ever Philip River ad throw? Philip River ad throw. That was really funny. Whoever just said that, was really, really, really funny. No bullshit. No troll. That was good. That was legitimate. That was like legitimately funny. Drew Brees 2023. That was funny too. Philip Rivers was funnier, but Drew Brees maybe like Peyton Manning would be pretty funny too if someone said that. Peyton Manning throw would have been funny. Somebody could have said that, I think. All right. I'm leaving. It was a good week, guys. I don't know what happens next. I'm fucking long and strong is where I'm at. You know what I hold. You know what I like. I am leaving. I'm going to play video games. And I'm going to go to sleep right now is what I'm going to do. I love you guys. If you're new here, I'm live every day at 8:30 a.m. EST. I think we run the best show in the world for markets. And yeah, I don't have much to add. You sort of know what it is by this point. I love you. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace. 100% of my time. What meme coin's your favorite now? What if I told you that every meme coin that launches, all the value flows back to one token? The meme coin of all meme coins, the house of meme coins, if you will.